Hello, late night freaks. Just turned midnight over here in Detroit, and we're coming up upon the time of the full moon lunar eclipse. We're in live mode right now as it's building, so I'm very excited to dive into this energy and just talk about the astrology, talk about the shift we're all going through collectively, the energies coming in. I'm going to do a collective reading while I talk to you all about the astrology. And then we're going to go ahead and just like pull a couple cards for each of the signs just to talk about how this particular eclipse season will affect you, because I think that's really the highlight of what's going on right now. We have a pretty, action-packed astro climate right now. We do have Mercury retrograde, right? And we're going to have that with us for a bit because even while Mercury is retrograde, once it goes forward, we still have a post shadow to deal with. It usually affects us for a couple weeks. So, this energy is really in play for us for the most part of June as well. Okay. In terms of just the communication snafus, the misconnections, the misunderstandings, the delays, the typical holdups that come with the Mercury retrograde cycle, right? But we also have Mercury retrograde alongside Pluto retrograde. And Pluto is Scorpio's ruler, one of Scorpio's rulers. Scorpio has two rulers, the other is Mars. And both Pluto and Mars are factoring into this astrology. Pluto in kind of, a little bit of a touchy aspect, right? Pluto is retrograde. I see somebody just arrived here, so welcome. We're just dropping in, getting everybody acquainted with what we're going to talk about tonight, and I'm just kind of diving into the astrology. Feel free to comment. I love to have, communication going while we do these astro talks and the reads and just bringing everybody's voices in. So please feel free to share your experience anywhere that you want to chime in. So we got Mercury retrograde. We also have Pluto retrograde. Now, when we're looking at Pluto retrograde, we're really kind of looking at this challenge of making the subconscious conscious, looking at what we're subconsciously motivated by. And a lot of times these places within us are informed by our traumas or our wounds, ways that we've been conditioned, throughout our childhood, and we've carried these sort of habitual patterns of behavior into our adulthood. And so we're really in the process of like doing this healing integrative work where we are integrating the shadow. Now, a lot of people misunderstand this whole concept of integrating the shadow. They think, oh, you integrate your shadow and then your shadow's gone. That's not what it means to integrate the shadow. To integrate the shadow means you bring the shadow aspect into awareness, okay? And once you are aware of your shadow and you can accept that this is also part of your inner dichotomy, your soul's dichotomy, then you can bring in awareness and you can be empowered in your choice when it comes to dealing with the challenges that you face. Are you going to act out of your shadow impulses, or are you going to make conscious choices? And this is really the challenge that all of us collectively are moving through right now during this cycle and continuing on through this year. Really, this is the work this year. We have a pretty long drawn out cycle with Pluto retrograde. And so we're definitely going to feel the impact of that. Scorpios will also really be feeling the impact of that because it's one of their ruling planets, right? And I did do a little note taking and automatic writing just with some channeled messages that came in. I wanted to have these at the ready because I didn't want to miss anything. I wanted to make sure I really gave you all the information that was coming on through. There's certain things that are really important to understand about this particular lunar cycle. It's pretty action-packed. This is a super flower blood moon. It's a full moon, total lunar eclipse, okay? And we're in the middle of eclipse season right now. It just started, okay? We just had the eclipse season kick off for us back in April. Yeah, April. And we have this energy building right now. The eclipse is going to be with us for a while, though. It actually doesn't end until October 25th. All right. So anytime when we're operating within an eclipse cycle, we're really looking at that which is hidden from us, that which we're not presently aware of. Okay. So a lot of the energy we're dealing with, again, is about making what's working beneath the surface conscious. Okay. Now, in some cases, this is related to you. This is related to your inner alchemy work. Where are you operating out of subconscious motives? And your work is to really drop out of kind of the rational mind and drop more into your intuitive, instinctual, um, feeling nature, that kind of wolf energy, the pathfinder that's about picking up the scent of the trail. It's not on a map. You can't find it on a map. You have to lean in. You want a government job, huh? I don't know which time you got, but I'm diving into the astrology right now. I don't really do personal readings on this, but I will be doing a collective reading and I'll be pulling a card for each of the individual signs. So, stay tuned. We'll see if you're favored. It all depends on what your sign is and how you work with this energy. All right. So right now we're really looking at, bringing these subconscious motives into the light so we can look at what's really driving us. Are we being motivated by our ego? Hi, Sherry. Or are we being motivated by a deeper calling? Are we being motivated by where we feel energetically pulled? Okay. This is really the work right now. This is a challenging lunar cycle. I'm not going to lie to you. We have a very intense square of this Scorpio lunar eclipse with Saturn. All right. It's called a red square, and it's one of the most challenging aspects. This means nobody is going to advance without doing some serious work. All right. And when we're looking at Saturn, we're looking at the need to really have discipline, the need to, do the work that needs to be done and be honest with ourselves about what that's going to entail. There's no shortcuts with this kind of energy. All right. We're not going to be able to like skate aside with that. This type of a square can bring kind of like hard times and bitter tea, right? There can be difficulties. There can be all kinds of delays, losses, challenges in relationships, separations, breakups, and just general fuckery. Okay, just to put it bluntly, all right. And in order for you to overcome that, you're going to need to have discipline. I sort of relate it to the story of Cinderella, right? Cinderella wanted to go to the ball. She just wanted to have a good time. But in order to go to the ball, she had to do her chores, right? And this cycle is like endless chores. It's like continually doing the inner work. So we got a lot to work on collectively. And sometimes you may feel like you're kind of like a cinder wench. Like, when do I get a break, man? When do I get a break from, all of these, challenges and obstacles in my path? I wish I knew how to pronounce your name. Is it Teria? Teria? It looks beautiful. Whatever your name is, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. You are right, for real. The growing pains are real. I mean, we're definitely all feeling it. And I say by that laughter response, maybe I totally botched your name. My apologies if I did, but yeah, it is definitely a time when we're all going through a lot of growing pains, and we're all in it together. So, we have to kind of give each other room while we're going through this. Ah, Maori. I love the Maori dance. I can't remember what it's called, right? The warrior dance. It's so fierce. It's so powerful. I love that, you bring that energy in because, we also have Mars in play with this lunar cycle. And Mars is actually making a positive aspect. Haka, yes, Haka. Oh, it like, in so many ways, even though it's a different cultural background, right? It really reminds me of, I'm getting sentience. It reminds me of that Kali Ma energy, all that, right? Invoking that like inner warrior energy, that inner courage, that inner fire, and bringing it forward. It's also about kind of like burning up our fears, right? And that's also an energy that we can work with during this cycle. It doesn't just take discipline, all right? So we need to be honest with ourselves about what our shadow aspects are. You know, how are we sabotaging ourselves? How are we holding ourselves back? You know, and it's very important that we really look at what do we need to do practically to change that. Okay, this is not an airy fairy energy. This is a get real, get your hands dirty, and get to work kind of energy. We really need to get in and get the job done. So, in order to really understand how you can best make use of this lunar cycle, it's super important that you look at where Saturn is in your chart, in your natal chart. What sign do you have Saturn in your chart? And what house is Saturn in your chart? Because that will give you an idea of where you really need to invoke that discipline to overcome these shadow aspects, to overcome, you know, maybe some toxic patterns of behavior, you know, some times when you're tempted to act out of your lower self, you know, just for that instant gratification. Very important energy to work with at this time. We definitely got chores to do. And there's this whole theme that's coming in with this lunar cycle. Like the spiritual warfare is real. For those of you out there of the occult persuasion, for those of you on mystic paths, for those of you who are alchemists, who are doing that kind of work, you know, do be sure that you're, you know, on top of your spiritual hygiene, you know, keeping your altars nice and clean and orderly, you know, doing your Olympias, doing your spiritual baths, doing your smoke cleansing. You know, tonight here in Detroit, it's raining. And I think there's no better Olympia, you know, than just going outside and like letting the rain pour down on you. It's so cleansing. Okay. So make friends with that water element. And there's also this piece really coming in now too about air element and invoking air through sound and doing sound cleansing, you know, with bells, with wind chimes, you know, even just letting the wind, you know, cleanse your thoughts and it being a way to kind of strengthen your intuitive abilities to feel, to sense, to receive messages, you know, from your higher consciousness, from spirit, from the gods, the goddesses, however you choose to relate to that energy, that one energy that connects us all right? Now, like I said, we do have kind of a positive influence coming in, and that's with Mars and Neptune. So hello, Angel Wings, it's good to see you. I always love it when you show up. Um, you know, if we can really find our courage to sort of like peer into the dark, you know, because we have to understand that with Pluto in retrograde right now, Scorpio is going to be acting out of more of its shadow aspect. All right. But what's really interesting is because of the precession of the equinoxes, it's actually in the constellation of Libra right now, this moon. So we have kind of this dualistic energy, okay? Because Libra represents justice. Oh, thank you. I love you, Angel Wings. Libra represents justice, right? Libra represents the karmic balance, okay? So this is what we're looking at. There's a lot of these kind of themes like allies versus nemesis, good versus evil, justice versus corruption. And these are kind of the polarities that we're moving through right now. And it's up to you to choose that road, you know? It's only you can choose your road and the road you're going to walk. And whatever road you choose, you're also going to bear the consequences of that road. So the decisions you make at this time are very important. And we do know that with Saturn in play, you know, when we're looking at Saturn, we're looking at Capricorn energy. Okay. So those of the Capricorn collective will probably be feeling the influence of this lunar cycle really strongly. All right. Anywhere where you have Capricorn highly aspected in your chart. So that's Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, all right? Or maybe you just have the house of Capricorn just chock full of planets, even if they're not in that sign of Capricorn. But when we're looking at Capricorn, we're looking at that devil energy, right? The things that bind us, the things that hold us back, the things that keep us stuck from evolving and progressing on our path, okay? So it's very important that we use this Mars energy and this Neptune energy, since they are beneficial aspects. You know, we got them conjunct and they're beneficial. They're supportive aspects coming in to help us with this really gnarly, red square we got going on with Saturn. Okay. That red square with Saturn is going to hold our feet to the fire, right? There's no shortcuts. You're going to have to do the work. And if you're not going to do the work, you're going to find yourself in, quite a mess. It's just the nature of what we're dealing with right now. Nobody gets a free pass, right? We're all required to really like show up, be present, and do this work right now. So, when we're looking at those positive aspects, it's having the courage to look in the dark, right? It's having the courage to look at how we sabotage ourselves. It's having the courage to look at how we get in our own ways, or maybe where we act out of our lower natures, or we don't necessarily consider the interests of others, or maybe we're just looking for instant gratification. We're not really thinking about what is for the best, or even what is in alignment with our path, or what really resonates with us, what's in integrity with us, This is like so, so, so key right now. So Mars is about having the courage to do that work. Like, okay, I'm going to show up and I'm going to be fucking accountable. I'm going to hold my own feet to the fire. If you want to get something beneficial out of this cycle, and you absolutely can, there's a lot of transformational energy on offer. You can totally turn your life around, right? But it's about you having the courage to do the work, you having the courage to be accountable, be honest with yourself, and make sure that your energy is in alignment with integrity. It also involves, in order for you to get clear on that, really getting out of your delusions, right? Getting out of the ways that you kind of lie to yourself, the ways that you put on your rose-colored glasses. I love it. I love that you have the courage to do this work. I think it's like so important. I'm right there with you, man. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, I don't want to be held back. I don't want to be limited. I want freedom, That's where I'm at. I want freedom. And freedom is when you're really living in alignment with your purpose. You're living out your truth, whatever that is. And it's different for everybody, but it's really about knowing that you're walking your walk, you're talking your talk, and that's when the blessings are going to pour in. That's when the stagnancy on the path is going to totally like loosen up, and that road's going to open before us. And that's what leads to all of our blessings and fulfillment. This is like a push, I like have this image of like, like giving birth to ourselves almost, it is that kind of energy. It's like this rebirth energy, very much like that bat medicine, taking what we discover in the dark and transforming it into new life, the seeds of new life. A lot of people are afraid to look at the shadow. They're afraid to talk about the dark. But they see there's this beauty in the dark. Like the dark is the seed of all potentiality. If there wasn't any darkness, there would be no light. The dark is where those seeds germinate. Nothing would grow without the dark, right? And the dark is still, and the dark is quiet. And no, you can't see with the physical senses in the dark. Hello. Nice to meet you. Thank you for showing up tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here. So, really the dark has been vilified. And there's a lot of reasons for that. There's a lot of reasons for that. Colonialism is part of that. Okay. There's a lot of racism in our world, but the dark is fertile and rich and abundant. Okay. We need to transform the way we look at these aspects. And it's the place of all creative potentiality, okay? So it's like you can be in the dark and you can still be within the light, within the darkness. And that's that like ideal balance, okay? I'm speaking as, a very strong Libra. I'm double Libra. I got like 5 planets in Libra in the first house of Aries, okay? So I know about this energy about holding both shadow and light, not denying either, and it is very key for moving through this cycle, because the more you can be aware of your shadow aspects, the more you're going to be able to transform that energy. And when you transform that energy, it's going to be the key to opening up all kinds of new opportunities for you. It's like we're all moving collectively into this full energy. We're getting a total directional reroute right now. We're noticing the ways that our life is not really in alignment, with our true purpose and where we're meant to go. And so we're doing what's necessary to, do our preparations, check that all systems are go, because pretty soon here, once we hit summer, I'm really keep getting this like big download that, once we hit that summer solstice, it takes off. And I really feel, particularly in Leo season, once we get to that July, August cycle of summer, everything, it's like quickening energy. Everything's going to move really fast. And you're going to find yourself in quite a different place from where you are now. Now, the key is to really overcome the heaviness of this cycle, because this cycle can cause a bit of a spiritual crisis, right? We talked about this spiritual warfare, right? And that spiritual warfare energy, it doesn't necessarily have to come from outside of yourself. It can come from within you. You can be at war within yourself. Maybe you've been tested so severely, you've been dealing with so much loss, you've been dealing with so much heartache, you've been facing so many challenges that it's really kind of rocked your spiritual, your spiritual belief. It sort of rocked your sense of belonging. Next 3 months, please. Yeah. Hey, they're pretty close, right? What are we at now? We're at May, June, July, August. Yeah. Within the next 3 months, I do see that wheel turning. That wheel of fortune is going to turn. And, with the wheel of fortune, it's like what goes up must come down, right? So if you've been on sort of a lower rung of the spiral, you can delight, you're about to head into a lighter, brighter time. And I do really feel that if people have the courage, to kind of cut the cord on the things that are holding them back, to really look at the places where they're addicted, or where they're trying to control, or where they're clinging, where they're not open, but are contracted, where they're pushing away life instead of just saying yes to life, where they're focusing more on what's working against them as opposed to what's working for them. If we can transform these kind of energies and step into that, the courage it takes, right? To move into that 8 of Cups energy. I keep seeing different tarot cards in my mind's eye. 8 of Cups is all about saying, I am ready to leave behind the way things have been and trust that even though I don't quite understand why things went down the way they did, I'm trusting that it's making room to put me on track with a new timeline that actually puts me right on track with my true purpose and the shoes I'm meant to step into now. And that is a leap of faith, right? Yep. And you're very right. It's like this rocking, forcing energy, right? It's like you can go willingly or you can get drug a long, hard mile. It's really up to you. It is all about that courage to trust. Absolutely. You're bringing in a lot of gems tonight. So, I really appreciate you contributing to the conversation. It's so true. It really is about that, the courage to trust, right? And when we talk about trust, people think about trust in terms of outside of themselves, right? Trusting in God, trusting in spirit, trusting in this person, trusting in my lover, trusting in my friend. What if it's about trusting in you? And what if you can really trust yourself that come what may, you're going to land on your feet. Come what may, you have the inner guidance and the inner knowing to make the right steps, to make the right choices. And if you can just trust in yourself, that actually will align you with spirit. So if you've really been struggling with your spirituality, and some people have been, some people may be feeling a disconnect, with their spirituality because they've been going through a lot of challenges. And we've all been really rocking and rolling over these past, couple months, right? And even more so over the past couple years. We're all looking at this stuff. It's in our face. It's not going to go anywhere. There's nothing we can do but address it. And those who choose to ignore the work will just find that life continues to be in this sort of like gridlock stage. It was interesting because I headed out tonight. I wanted to go out and just sort of, tap into the energy of this moon and feel it out. And I found myself down at the crossroads, and this rabbit out of nowhere, like crossed my path right at the crossroads. And it's really interesting because rabbit medicine in native lore is all about our fears, you know, and how if we focus on our fears, then our thoughts become things that actually call our fears to us, right? And so that's sort of the medicine of rabbit in native lore. Well, in some native traditions, okay? There's another aspect of rabbit medicine. Some native traditions view rabbit medicine as the trickster. And that trickster energy is very much in alignment with that devil energy, right? So I think that we're really working with this in this lunar cycle. It's like if you're able to be brave, you know, if you're able to like go into the belly of the beast and just face what you've been afraid to face and do what you need to do to overcome the challenges, and not by thinking it out rationally, okay, but really sinking into trusting yourself, listening to your intuition, and feeling, what am I guided to do? What feels right? What actions feel right to me? You know, if you have different choices presented to you right now and you're not sure what direction to go and you need to step out of the crossroads, stop looking at it from the angle of, you know, just focusing on your fears, because that's going to kind of create this momentum that keeps you gridlocked in the fear, and then you can't move forward. Instead, sink into your body, close your eyes, you know, get in touch with your intuition and just feel out which choice resonates the most. Which choice do you feel most pulled to, you know? And let that inform you. And if you feel like you really don't know, or you've been so out of touch emotionally because you've really been going through it, then the best thing you can do is kind of like let it go, give it up, and say, okay, you know, I could think on this, you know, till the cows come home. It's not going to make anything clearer. What I really need to do at this point is just lay it down and focus on what's in front of me and do what I can do with what's in front of me and take the steps I need to take to practically improve my life in the here and now. You know, what changes do I need to make? Where do I need to let go of some people? Where do I need to change my habits? If you do have addictions you're struggling with, we have to look at that with that Neptune energy, right? And with it being beneficial, if there are things you are held back by, you know, if you do have addictions, if you are in places of codependency in your relationships, if you're challenged by any of these issues, you have supportive influence on your side at this time to help you out with this. Now, it's very interesting too, because we also have these fixed stars coming into play as well. Let's see here. We have the moon is conjunct the fixed star Agena, and that's a fortunate influence, okay? And then we have the sun conjunct what's known as kind of like the most dangerous star in the heavens, and that's Algol, okay? Algol is also associated with the head of Medusa, Medusa's head. And right now, Alga is at 26 degrees Taurus. Okay. So we're also combining this, sort of very misfortunate fixed star energy with stubbornness on top of it. Okay. So we're kind of looking at really intractable situations that can come up. Now, it's known as the most dangerous star in the heavens, because the influence it has can sometimes lead to things like sickness. It can lead to death. It can lead to accidents. It can lead to violence. Okay, so we have to understand that, again, we're working with those polarities, right? The good, the evil, the justice, the corruption, this very dichotomous energy. Are we going to come from that devil energy, or are we going to come from temperance, right? And find balancing and find the way to alchemize, those lower vibrational energies, those shadow aspects, our subconscious motives that hang us back and keep us stuck in these patterns. Now, as far as Agena is concerned, it's in Beta Centauri. The moon is aligned with Beta Centauri. So we got that centaur energy. All right. So we got this Sagittarius influence coming in. And I just have to say, I owe Pan, because his energy has really been coming through for me lately. And it's funny, I also did, a channeling session for Jim Morrison a couple weeks back. And Jim very much resonates with that kind of like Pan energy. And Jim was also a Sagittarius. Okay. So this Sagittarius energy has really been coming in. Now, this energy, this influence of this Agena fixed star that's positively aspected, it can lead us to victory. It can lead us to that Six of Wands moment where we really overcome our challenges and we like get the goodies, we get the bag, we get the success, we overcome what held us back, and we find ourselves like lifted, elevated to a whole new position in our lives. We rise up out of the things that held us back. But, it is going to require, again, that we do the work. So there are opportunities on offer this lunar cycle, but it definitely involves us overcoming the things that are hidden within us that sabotage us and keep us stuck living out an identity that's inauthentic with who we truly are. Right. So it's like dismantling those structures, and those can be really destabilizing experiences as we start to peel this stuff away. Okay. So I will say, with this energy in play, with the tendency to be there for people to act out, just because of that fixed star of algal being in play and the stubbornness involved, you may find that some people are combative. You may find that, there is this kind of real unrelenting energy. This also has the energy of like bullying, gang stalking, troll type energy. Okay. So like, just be aware. The best thing you can really do for yourself at this time is keep your energy clean. Be in your energy, be in your essence. Don't worry about what this person's doing, what that person's doing, how they feel about your choices, any of that. What's really important is that you get really rooted in your own essence, that you get really dialed into your own intuition. And we do have those fixed stars, the algal and Agena are joining Mars, Neptune, and Jupiter. And so even with that positive aspect, there's still challenge there. There's still challenge, because we're bringing in that Neptune energy. And that Neptune energy, it can make things sort of illusory. We can get into situations. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. We can get into these situations where if we're impulsive, okay, if we're not aware of our subconscious motives. I'm just going to give an example. Let's say somebody comes into your life and you're like, oh, this person's it, man. And you're feeling that first rush of excitement when you just meet somebody. And so you kind of bank everything on it, because you're feeling all those pheromones and you're wanting to like really connect with them on that level. And so you start kind of overlooking some things and maybe even bypassing your own sort of intuition, maybe ignoring a few red flags here and there, maybe making some excuses, putting on the rose-colored glasses. Okay, these are ways that we can set ourselves up, for a fall during this cycle by being disconnected from our own essence, from being disconnected from our own intuition. So it's really important that we sink into that. There's definitely a lot going on, and there's a lot to overcome. But if we can have the courage to sort of face what's ahead of us, put this down here, then we really can turn things around. And I want to do a read for the collective. I want to pull some tarot. I need to get a little drink here. Keep your hydration up too. Water is a conductor, so it helps us really get in touch with our intuition. Okay, so, uh, you know, that's why baths at this time, spiritual baths, limpias, are such a good medicine, for just clearing our energy and helping us to feel held to. Baths are wonderful, especially when you're going through heavy stuff. If you're processing, some heavy emotions, baths can really give you that feeling of being held, right? Because when we first, came into this world, we were held in that like womb space. We were held within that element of water, and it gave us, this feeling of safety, so if you are feeling a little tender-hearted, load up a bath with some, sea salt and some Epsom salt, or baking soda too. You can do 2 cups of sea salt or Epsom salt with 2 cups of baking soda. And then, throw some rose petals on top there. Maybe put a rose quartz in your bath, and, just sink into some of that silky energy. Rosemary is also a great plant ally. It really, really helps, just hold this space of love around you when you're going through stuff that makes your heart feel tender, but it's also very strong. It's like a protector herb. Oh, thank you so much. It's my pleasure. I mean, that's what I want Broad Coven to be for. It's my goal to have this be a place where people can come and we can share experience and we can have real talks and we can support each other, as we're moving through these challenging times, because that's what we need. We need more connection. We just dealt with this big time period where we all were kind of isolated from each other. And right now, people are really needing connection. And at the same time, they're having a hard time moving back into that, right? And so it's so, so, so important that we like bring this spirit of energy, back in where we can connect with what really matters and help each other out. Sage is nice too, but make sure you're using the right kind of sage. Maybe sage you grow yourself. If you're gonna do smoke cleansing with sage, do get it from like a native source. There's a lot around the use of sage, where it should be kind of like protected, at this point. There's a lot of different things that can be used for smoke cleansing. Cedar is great, frankincense, myrrh, all different kinds of resins. So it's nice to kind of preserve, these plant allies that, are becoming more scarce, and are not necessarily being used in the most respectful way. And I'm just pulling a few cards out here. We're seeing what's coming up for the collective for this lunar cycle. And when we're looking at this lunar cycle, we're also kind of looking at the long range picture too, of like how this eclipse season is going to affect us, because it's going to be with us for most of the year, clear through fall, really. So let me see what we got on the board here. Okay. All right, so right off the bat, we have the King of Cups coming in. So this is water sign energy, which is perfect because this moon is in Scorpio. So we got Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy coming forward here. When we are looking at court cards, we are looking at actual people on the board being affected. So this message is very pertinent in particular for the water sign collective, okay? It's really time for you all to get in touch with your element. And it's funny because we were bringing in, that aspect of limpias, baths, making connection with the water, doing this cleansing. And I believe that cleansing is not just with, taking the spiritual baths, but it's also with intentionally drinking your water, you could even put lemon juice, in your water first thing in the morning. It's very cleansing. Oh, hello, fellow Libra. I'm a Libra too. I'm a strong Libra myself, so it's always good to have another Libra around. But even if you are not a sun sign, water sign, you may have a water placement strongly aspected in your chart, or one of those houses strongly aspected in your chart. So try not to get too hung up on the signs. I'm just going to bring them in though, because a lot of times people like to hear them and it helps to clarify things. So I see this is really about the need for us all to come into that water element within ourselves. Well, what is that water element? It's all about being in touch with our emotions. It's about connecting with our intuition. It's about feeling our way through. It's also about the need to, rely on our intuition to guide us as opposed to rationalizing everything. I feel like there's been too much in the head, trying to figure things out, looking for answers, wanting there to be this concrete plan, wanting there to be this map that like outlines the way we need to go, right? Well, guess what? It's not on a map. Where you're going now is not on a map. All the Libra love with a Scorpio edge. I love it, Sarai. It's so true, right? I'm a third decanate Libra myself. I was born October 13th. So those of us born October 13th on in the Libra cycle, we are third decanate Libras. And a lot of people don't know this, but third decanate Libras actually express more the qualities of the crone aspect and are more aligned with Scorpio type energies. So if you're a third decanate Libra, you're already really feeling this cycle, okay? So, you're second decanate, Pamela. So you're a second decanate Libra. So you're like mother energy, right? And then the September Libras are more the maiden energy, So we all hold that energy in a different way. The decanates really make a difference when it comes to the astrological signs. Really fascinating. We can go on all kinds of tangents with that, but there really is a need for all of us right now to move into this more emotional quality. We need to get out of our heads. We need to feel our way through. So I'm going to present this to you. When you're trying to figure out which direction you should go, ask yourself this simple question, then just internalize, close your eyes, tune in, maybe put one hand on your tummy and one hand on your heart, just to really make contact with your inner world, because a lot of people don't understand this piece, but in order to really activate your intuition, you need to be embodied. You need to be in your body. You need to be able to feel things on a sensory level. Okay. It's not about thinking it through. It's about feeling it through. So as you're presented with choices, and I just had this image on my mind, right? We have this Neptune energy in play with the cycle. So that makes me think very much of that Seven of Cups energy in the tarot, right? Which is about illusion, right? There's all these cups. There's all these choices you can make. Well, in some of those cups, there's something that will nourish you, something that will quench your thirst. And then in some of those cups, there's something that will poison you. All right. So this is very much in alignment with this energy we're working within this lunar cycle. So it's really about you kind of taking a moment, turning within. And when you're thinking of the choices you have before you, ask yourself, is it a fuck yes? Is it a fuck yes? Does everything inside of you go, fuck yes? That's what I need to do. I have a saying like, you know what you know when you know it. You know what I mean? When you know it's the right choice, everything inside of you is just like, yes, fuck yes. So I would say if it's a fuck yes, go for it. And if it's not, bide yourself some time. Don't make any hasty decisions. Unless it feels right to you on every level, don't make hasty decisions. There is this kind of like wild card energy in play with this lunar cycle right now. There are going to be opportunities that come in even within this lunar cycle. There's this very interesting energy shift happening. It's almost like a timeline shift energy that's happening with this lunar cycle, where it's like, yeah, there's all this stuff moving retrograde, all this stuff is moving backwards, but you cannot get caught up in that backward motion. You need to continue to find a way to move forward and not let what's behind you hold you back. It's okay to reflect. It's okay to integrate, but there's a way that you can reflect, look back on the past, and still continue to have forward motion. Okay. So as these choices start to present themselves, and they will, things are going to open up. Things are going to start quickening. As we start to move more into that summer season, the energy is going to start to pick up. And it's going to be very important for your energy to be clear. That's why the best thing you can do for yourself this lunar cycle is clear your energy. Clear your energy. Get in touch with what you actually feel. Get in touch with what feels right to you and what doesn't. Okay, now some of that can be scary, right? We talked about needing that Mars energy to have the courage to look at what do we need to let go? What is no longer going to serve us? And make no mistakes about it. There will be some towers in this cycle. There's some things that are going to have to fall. There's some things that we're going to have to release. And that's not the easiest work to do. You know, it isn't. It can really be unsettling work to do. It can feel destabilizing. So what I will say is, as you move through the cycle and you work on clearing your energy out, as you're doing your spiritual cleansing, as you're getting in touch with your intuition, you know, spend time in nature, connect with the elements, you know, allow yourself to feel that sense of grounding, but also connection. You know, nature is the best way to get connected and get in touch with your intuition, and also in alignment with the flow of life and synchronicity. So those guideposts, you know, those signs can come in to move you forward on your path, you know, just helps to balance your energy, working with that temperance energy, you know. As you do that, as you get clear, you're going to realize where things are out of alignment in your life. You're going to realize what relationships don't really work for you anymore. You're going to realize what habits you need to overcome. You're going to realize what beliefs you have are holding you back. You're going to realize that this job I have sucks. It doesn't feed me on any level. It's just a way to earn a paycheck. It's not feeding my soul. I can't continue to invest in this anymore. You're going to look at relationships and see where time's up, you know, where things have hit an expiration point and you're kind of flogging a dead horse, right? So in all these different areas, however it manifests for you, and it'll be different for everybody, it's very important that if you feel overwhelmed as you realize what needs to shift, you don't need to take action right now. It begins with the acknowledgement, you know, it begins with the awareness of, okay, I see where I'm stuck. I see what's not working. I see what's holding me back, but I'm also not ready to move yet. And if you're not ready to move, if it's not a fuck yes, if you're not ready to take that action, continue to spend time getting your energy clear. Continue to spend time readying yourself for the changes that you will need to make. Because when we get through this cycle and the energy starts to pick up, things are going to move fast. And you're going to need to strike while the iron's hot, or you will miss out on really golden opportunities. These are going to be coming in. I see that what we have here, you know, is a holdup in movement. This is the title card for the tarot deck I have for the Paulina Tarot. I've given it a specific meaning. If wishes were horses, the dreamers would ride, okay? So some of you are even trying to figure out, like, what are my dreams? Everything's changed so much. The landscape has changed so much. You know, my life has changed so much. The things that I thought I wanted aren't really what I want anymore. And you may need to dream a new dream. Some of you may have your dream. You may know where you want to go, but you just can't seem to find a way forward. It feels like you're being held back, you know? And in order to really turn this energy around, like I said, there's some things that need to be released. Once you release the energy that's holding you back, whether it's stemming from your personal beliefs, whether it's stemming from certain relationships you have, certain situations you're investing energy in your life that are kind of blocking your flow, blocking your energy. For some of you, it's actually geographically. Like some of you, not everybody, of course, this is a collective read we're on right here, so it's going to be different for everybody. But in terms of, you know, the larger collective, there's some of you that will need to actually have a physical move, you know, in order to align yourself with the right opportunities. This was really coming in strongly for Sagittarius. Collective, this need to sort of get out of your usual environment. Gemini Collective too, you know, there's something about, for both of those signs, a need to sort of step out of your usual environment, you know, go and explore some new areas. And this is what aligns you with the people, places, things that are actually part of your new road forward. You know, it's about aligning with the things that are going to take you into the future and on track with your purpose. Okay. And we see if you do this work, if you do the work to get clear about what's holding you back, what's preventing your forward motion, what's keeping you stuck in that crossroads and unable to make a decision. And if you get to the place of readiness to actually let it go, and if you feel like that's too overwhelming, even just putting it out to the universe or putting it out to your gods or God or even your higher consciousness, however you relate to your spirituality, I believe no way is wrong. We each have our own way. If you just put it out and say, you know what, I know that this is keeping me stuck and I really don't know how to overcome it. And I don't know what my next step should be. And I just feel really confused. I'm going to give this over to you. And I'm just going to focus on doing the work. I'm going to be really solid on my self-care. I'm going to be really good with my boundaries. I'm going to make sure I'm preserving time for myself. I'm going to make sure that I guard my energy from connecting with people that actually just do nothing but, you know, pull me down. I'm not going to engage with people who gossip. I'm not going to engage with people who are focused on negativity, who sit around and complain. I'm going to do everything I need to do to create a supportive environment for myself. And that is that accountability work. That is that Saturn work. If you do that and you invite in that kind of transformation, we see it leads to that Six of Wands that I talked about, right? That Sagittarius influence, that Centauri influence that's coming in, that fixed star, right? Algina, you know, it allows you to receive that blessing, that Six of Wands energy. That's victory. It's triumph over what has held you back in the past. And it leads to a new cycle. And I really see that new cycle beginning, you know, I see like this six of Wands, you know, wands are all about taking action. Okay. So I really see that aligning with that summer solstice energy. I feel like when summer comes, the energy is really going to open up. You know, bottom of the deck energy. What do we got here? Scorpio coming through real strong with this death card. Okay. This is the basis of the matter. You know, we have a hard time looking at death. We do. We have a hard time of looking at what we need to let go, what needs to be released. But this cycle demands that we do. It's going to be surrendered, whether we go kicking and screaming with it or whether we kind of embody this energy of lately what's been coming through for me. And there's that water element again. Okay. We did have that King of Cups energy come in. That energy of like a waterfall, right? Think about a waterfall. It takes that fall, it free falls just effortlessly, right? With just such grace. It's just this beautiful flow of letting go and giving over, you know? The water doesn't try to back up and, you know, hold to the ledge, you know? It just, it's this trusting free flow fall, right? And that's kind of what you're being asked to do. You're just being asked to trust. And I know that that's really hard. You know, some of you are going to be letting go of stuff that you really don't want to let go of. We see this Nine of Wands energy right here. You know, this is defensiveness. This is like, I've been fucking guarding this post for I can't tell you how long. And I've invested so much time and so much energy in this person, place, and thing, you know, or thing, whatever your case may be. I'm not about to give it up now. Are you kidding me? I've gone too far. You know, some of you are having this issue. It's like holding on for dear life because you feel like this is it. I gave so much of myself, so much of my time, my attention, my care, my investment to this, and this is how it turned out. Some people are dealing with bitterness. Some people are dealing with resentment. Some people are angry at spirit. Some people have lost their faith. You know, some people are in a place of crisis with this, and I get it, you know, but ask yourself, what are you really defending? What are you really defending? Is it a fuck yes? Is it? I don't think it is. I don't think it is a fuck yes, right? So try just, letting down that defensiveness. Because I want you to look at this figure. Look how guarded that figure is. If blessings were going to come in, you think you're going to be able to receive them if you're like standing at the guard like this? This is like ready for a fight, man. If you're moving through life ready for a fight, thinking you always need to defend yourself against something, how are you going to be able to move forward? You won't. It's really time to move away from this energy collective with this Six of Swords energy, all right? Why would you want to man the post when you're being given the opportunity to move into calmer water? It just requires that you let go. When I think of this Six of Swords, it's often depicted, not in this particular card, not with this particular art. It's interesting. She more has like her hands up and these birds are flying from her hands. It's like that freedom, right? But traditionally, like in the Rider-Waite deck, the Six of Swords, it has a woman in a boat, right? And she looks like she's almost in mourning, right? She's got kind of like a cloak on, and somebody is steering the ship. And it reminds me of like, the boat where death helps souls transition to the new life. We have this death energy here. Look at the dualistic nature of that death energy, how death gives birth to new life. That is the medicine of Scorpio, right? That is the medicine of Scorpio. It's fierce, it stings, but it's transformative. What we surrender gives birth to new life. And if you can remember that and take the risk to move away from these energies that have held us back. And again, there's that six energy coming in. Six is about aligning with the purpose. And I really feel like right around summer solstice is when the energy starts to pick up and shift. Yeah, and it leads to this 10 of Pentacles energy. We're talking about abundance. We're talking about fulfillment. We're talking about success. We're talking about arrival. We're talking about landing in that place that you can see, feel, touch. It's not just an idea, it's not just something that you hope to achieve. You actually see the end result in your physical environment. This is what leads you into a prosperity cycle. It's what leads you into that place of security, a place of security that you arrived at through overcoming what has held you back. And doing the work with this Three of Pentacles energy, right? That manifestation is not going to happen without doing the work. Wow. Oh, beautiful. And we see you're integrating your lessons right now, and you're in a learning cycle with this Page of Pentacles energy. What you're learning now is what's going to help you to actually manifest your dreams, manifest your visions, manifest your purpose, okay? And it's going to come in with everything you need is going to arrive, that it's going to give you the power to act. The Page of Wands has that wand in his hand. He can direct his energy and manifest it into physical reality, all right? 2 pages here. So we got Page of Pentacles, that's Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Page of Wands, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, okay? This is what moves you out of indecision. And it's hard to see in this card, but the artwork is very delicate, but there's butterflies that surround this figure. It's like the time for staying turned within is really coming to a close. So use this time you have left to turn within, get in touch with your intuition, and get very clear, because you're going to have to step out of that crossroads. You're going to have to uncross that heart. You're going to have to let the new life in and rip off that blindfold in order to see things as they are and to take these opportunities that are going to come your way to transform your life and enter a whole new rung on the spiral. And it brings wish fulfillment with this 9 of Cups. I'm telling you, summer is going to be lit. There's so much positive energy coming in for the collective. You just got to balance things out right now with this 2 of Pentacles energy. And that's very practical. On a very practical level, you need to find your balance. It's so, so important. You know, don't get stuck in this 7 of Pentacles energy thinking all this work and what do I have to show for it? I wanted so much and nothing has come to fruition yet. You know, you got a little bit longer, Wilder. You can stay in your, I like how you call it pupusa energy. It is quite delicious, isn't it, to be, you know, cloistered in that, you know, just cozy internal space. But, you know, we're meant to be in that space only for so long, you know. And if you stay there too long and you don't take that risk, you know, to move out into the flow of life and open yourself up, you're going to miss this 3 of Wands when those opportunities start coming in. And it's what gives you new hope in your life, right? It's what inspires you again. And look, I love in this star card, the star is the sun, right? Again, big Leo energy. There's that Leo season. I'm telling you, collective, everything brightens up in Leo season. We don't have that much longer to wait, but you really got to do your work now, because when it comes in, I'm telling you, it's like this wild card energy. We've been so used to things just kind of moving at a snail's pace, right? Like, we're not prepared for how fast it's going to get. You're going to wish, okay? You're going to wish that you had more time to kind of deliberate, you know, when this stuff starts happening. That's why I'm saying, you know, Wilder, enjoy your pupusa stage right now while you can, you know, get in touch with your intuition, get yourself ready, get your energy clean, you know, really get in touch with where your heart's at, get in touch with what's your fuck yes, all right? Because once this energy ripens in Leo season, those opportunities for the whole collective are going to come in so thick and fast. You're going to have to think on your feet. And if you didn't do this work, you may miss that boat. You know, the ships are coming in, but if you don't do the work, you may miss that boat. You know, so this is really, oh, sentience. So this is really about doing the work right now, okay? And it starts with you. First, you shine the light within yourself with this hermit energy, right? You take that time to yourself. You get in touch with where your spirit's calling you. You get in touch with what really resonates with you. What path is the good red road for you? What path is in alignment with your integrity? Where do you feel drawn to go? What people are you drawn towards? What direction do you want to head in your life? You know, where are you feeling the pull, right? You shine the light within first. And then come Leo season, look at that. Right before you get to 10 of Pentacles, you get the 9 of Pentacles, which is self-fulfillment, right? This is like independently owned and operated. I did the work and look what it led me to, this great period of abundance. I see finances in order, you know, stuff that you build for yourself. It's not about other people. It's what you build for yourself, and it's what your intuition informs you on, that guides you and where to put your energy, where to invest your energy, where to do your work. You got to listen. You got to turn within to listen so you can get clear. Forget about what other people want you to do. Forget about the obligations that have been put on your head, you know? You know? And yeah, I feel you, Pamela. Who the hell knows? Well, yeah, who the hell knows? Nobody knows right now, right? But that's why you got to cut out the distractions. You know, make time for that self-care, make time for the quiet time to connect with yourself, even if it's just like 15 minutes a day, to go and like sit with your favorite tree or watch the sunset, you know, or go and soak your cares away in a mineral bath, you know. It's about making the time to listen. It's about surrendering to something that's greater than you and making the space to listen, asking for the guidance to show up for you, and then just letting yourself be led by where you're feeling that energetic pull. Where is the resonance? I'm telling you, it leads to the Four of Wands. It leads you to a place in your life that feels like home. That place of celebration, of living the good life. That's what the Four of Wands is about. And like I said, when it comes in fast with this Knight of Wands energy, with passion and purpose. All right? Passion and purpose. Fire sign energy there, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? But you got to be careful of the ways you sabotage yourself with the Seven of Swords energy. This is why you got to look at the subconscious motives. What's holding you back? How do you sabotage yourself? What bullshit stories are you still investing in? What was put on you? What did you grow up believing about what was possible for you, what you could achieve? You know, where are you limiting yourself? This will steal these opportunities from you, because what's coming in is, boom, 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment, and it is very practical, physical, financial, material fulfillment. Double tens, it doesn't get better than that, okay? So let's do a cut of the deck energy for the collective, and then I'm going to like pull a card for each of the 12 signs. And we're going to get a specific like theme for eclipse season for each of the 12 signs. So let me just do a cut of the deck energy here. What is the big takeaway message the collective needs to carry forward with them in order to make best use of this lunar cycle and set themselves on the right track? Hello. I'm back. Oh, I can't make this shit up, okay? Eight of Wands in reverse, all right? That's the, communication blockages. That's that energy being dammed up, the energy being held back. As soon as, my feed came back on, it was 111. All right. Triple one energy, that's 3. So just trust that there's helpful guidance, there's helpful information coming through, there's helpful people that are going to be showing up in your life. There's going to be synchronicities that are coming on the path that's going to help turn this energy around so you can have your new beginning. And again, 8 weeks from now, that's as we're starting to head into that Leo season. What's going to happen? Things are going to start moving very quickly. All right. So funny. Now, what has that energy held back? All right. We don't want that, 8 of Wands in reverse. This message has really been coming through very strongly for me recently, where it's about not letting yourself be carried backwards, okay, by this reversal energy, not using this like Mercury retrograde review energy to, have you buying into this ideal, that says that, oh, well, everything's going to go awry, right? There's always a way through. During that time that I was, cut off from you all, I just took a couple deep breaths and said, okay, the feed will come back on. It'll return. What can I do right now to get myself set up? So I, got myself some more wood, to, just cleanse the atmosphere, doing that smoke cleansing, bringing in that heartwood, and here we are. All right. So we're looking to turn that energy around. All right. We got a little pause right now with that 8 of Wands in reverse. And what is that pause for? I want you to have a look at this right here. It's to look at the ways that you're sabotaging yourself with this Page of Swords energy. Okay, this is self-sabotage. This energy is also associated with air signs, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, all right? Look at the ways that you sabotage yourself. And again, what are swords about? They're about the mental, okay? You got to get out of your head. You got to get into your body. You got to feel your way through if you're going to overcome this devil energy, all right? This is what's holding everything back. Look, that devil is holding that Ace of Pentacles, He's holding that. I got it. I got your, material manifestation. I'm holding it up, And in this particular card, it's very interesting. They're even sitting on like a treasure chest, and look at the woman figure. She has a mask on, right? So again, it's about unmasking yourself. The biggest mistake you can make in this cycle is to get too fixated on other people and not looking at yourself, not looking at your own reflection in the mirror, not looking at what you're doing. Okay? This is so, so essential. Good night, Raymond. Thank you for joining us. The replay will be up, so you can always drop in to see the breakdown of the 12 signs. But thank you very much for coming in and joining us. I appreciate you. So this is really about looking at yourself. You want your life to change. You want to, move on to a higher rung of the spiral. You want that happiness. It begins with you. It begins with you really looking at yourself and transmuting this energy, Yep. I want you to notice something. I want you to see the similarities here. This is really coming through very strongly for me. Come here. Where are you, card? I got like so many cards out on the board right now. Where did that devil energy go? Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me find him. That old devil, he's hiding, that trickster. He's hiding. Where did he go? Isn't that funny? He's hiding. Where did he go? He's totally hiding. I so want to, I need to find that card though, because I want to show you something. I want to show you how it interrelates. This is wild. He's totally MIA. The devil dipped out, man. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you to figure out the ways that you're staying stuck. This is really wild. This card is just totally MIA. Come here, devil. Where are you? It's totally like missing. Oh my gosh. This is too funny. Okay, so this really lets you know. I feel like everything happens in a reading for a reason. Hi, Raymond. I don't do personals on these live chats, but if you're ever interested in getting a personal, I do personal readings, and you can reach out to me at my email, which is broadcoven@gmail.com, and I would be happy to set up a reading situation for you, and get you all, set and, moving forward with the guidance you need to, really make some empowered choices in your life. But these readings are just kind of collective readings. This is really wild. I don't know what to say here. The devil did a disappearing act. So this is a pretty interesting message that's coming through. This devil card is totally MIA. I'm tripping out a bit right now. This is very, very interesting, especially with this message that's coming through here. Come on, devil, where are you? This is really giving a clue about how subtle this energy is that's in play, how beneath the surface, how hidden it is, right? With this eclipse energy. You're not going to be aware of it on the surface. You're really going to have to sink in and feel out how you're being held back. The devil is missing. I don't know where the devil went. Okay. So take it as you see it fit. But remember, I was showing you that devil was holding that Ace of Pentacles, right? Well, we got here. This is you, collective. You being concerned about your security. You holding on to that Ace of Pentacles close to your heart. You're holding on to this so tightly, you're afraid to let go, and maybe you're not understanding how some of these things that you're holding on to for security are actually really holding you back in your life. And it's going to be so subtle. You're going to have to really, really sink into your intuition and feel this out. Where are you loyal to an ideal, a person, a place, a thing, a belief, a concept that is actually keeping you stuck in this place where you're holding on so tightly that you can't receive? You need to let go with this Four of Swords. Four of Swords is all about letting go. It's about giving over. It's about what I was talking about, where if you don't know how to release something, if you don't know how to overcome something that's holding you back, if you don't know how to transform the energy, you turn it over to something higher. Even if it's just your higher consciousness, okay? I understand that people relate to their spirituality in all different ways. I don't think that any way is wrong, all right? We all have our own path. It's all one energy at the end of the day. Humans can get very stuck in this compartmentalization where you're like, well, your belief is wrong and your belief aligns with mine, so it's right, and it's nonsense. It all feeds this energy of division. It all creates the original lie, which is actually the devil, this energy of separation. But really the truth is we're all interconnected. We're all in this together, okay? And it was 1, 2, 2, 2, 2 on the clock when I said that, okay? One new beginning, that 2, 2, 2, 2. That's big 8 energy, manifestation, infinity, the interconnectedness of all, you know, and bringing things into manifestation, bringing things into that place of power. It's by recognizing that the unity is the truth, all right? So it doesn't matter however you relate to your spirituality. It's about you turning over these things that you've been grappling with mentally. How long have you been going over them in your head? How long have you been trying to figure them out? How long have you been trying to come up with the right decision? How long have you been looking outside of yourself for somebody else to give you what you need so you can move forward? Maybe you've been waiting on somebody to tell you the truth. Maybe you've suspected that somebody hasn't been honest with you. And maybe you're expecting them to show up and tell you the truth, you know, before you can feel you have closure, you're free to move forward. It's about you really trusting yourself and that you know what is true and what you need to do for you, and turning over what you don't understand by just dropping it, turning it over to something higher than yourself, you know, even if it's just your higher consciousness, and saying, I'm not going to struggle with this anymore. I don't know the right answer, so I'm just going to start feeling my way through. Please, please give me signs, guide me. I'm listening, and letting go. And it leads to that wheel of fortune energy, right? That we talked about, the turn of the cycle and things moving into the lighter, brighter, prosperous, fulfilling time that we see really coming in Leo season. I've been getting that download so strongly. All right. And wheel is also movement, right? Things move forward, and that energy will turn around. And we see what came right after that was the Ace of Cups. There's that summer season. There's the new beginning, right? There's that new beginning. That energy is going to come in the summertime. But you got to make yourself a clear vessel to receive it, right? So clear your energy, collective. Look at where you're stuck. Do the work. Transform your bad habits, you know, bring in some discipline, make some commitment to make changes, put up your boundaries where necessary, you know, start having the courage to look at what you need to release, what you need to walk away from to transform this energy. All right. And now I want to pull out some fun cards. I'm going to pull out these super awesome future cards to dive into just one card for each of the 12 zodiac signs to kind of get a theme for what's coming through for you. What can you not see right now? Because, you know, I think when people think of eclipse energy, they always think of it in like a negative way. It's like, oh, it's hidden, so it must be bad. But what if what's hidden is your blessings? Like, maybe you're so stuck in this mentality that you expect the other shoe to drop, and you're kind of just got yourself in this mental space where you think that everything's going to continue to, you know, be a shit show or work against you. That maybe what you can't see is that you're actually being set up to receive some incredible blessings in your life. So let's bring in a little bit of that spirit. Let's see what this eclipse season is about for you all, each of the signs. We're just going to pull one card for each of the 12 zodiac signs. And I'll give you all a little condensed theme, so it can give you something to kind of focus on and put your energy into as you move through this lunar cycle, and as we continue forward through this eclipse season, which again doesn't wrap up until October 25th. So we got a bit of journeying to do with this. You know, I just got unearthing the treasure, you know, like buried treasure. There's a treasure there, you know. We know there's that 10 of Pentacles. We know that there's that Ace of Cups. We know there's that 10 of Cups. You know, we know that there's this fulfillment, not just, you know, materially, but emotionally too, coming in. All right. So let's see what treasure awaits each of us. Okay. So first, Aries Collective, what is coming in eclipse season? What is the buried treasure in eclipse season for the Aries Collective? What is coming in? Woo. All right. So for Aries Collective, we have vigor right here. This is 9 energy. So what I really see for the Aries Collective is it's time for you to feel like you always have to struggle. It's time to bring to an end this idea that you have to work so hard for everything you got, you know? And I do see you kind of hitting the road, you know? I feel like a lot of Aries are sort of wanting to get away from their usual surroundings, you know? We see he's pulling this bus, and I just heard like magical mystery bus, you know? And he's pulling it away from the city, you know? And he's like trying to make this choice. You know, we have the head with the brain on one side, and we have the heart on the other side. And in the center here is the lungs, okay? Well, look at those lungs, man. Those are some pretty dark, congested lungs, okay? I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, so I have to bring this piece in. And what I have to say about lungs is lungs are associated with the emotion of grief, okay? So I feel like you know, there's some grief you need to let go of, Aries Collective. You know, I feel like you haven't really given your grief the respectful space that it needs. And you really need to just like let it out. And you're one of the signs that I feel like, you know, just getting on the road, just feeling the freedom of traveling a little bit, you know, will help create some distance between what's felt so heavy on your heart, you know, and it's also going to help you clear your head, you know. Sometimes when we've been stuck in a certain environment and sort of like pigeonholed into a certain way of being, we can have a tendency to feel limited, right? And then we can get stuck in a certain energy. And I feel like if you just take to the road, you know, take some road trips, get away from your usual surroundings, you know, maybe head somewhere out into nature, you know, somewhere where you got a little space from all the busyness, somewhere where you can, you know, sink into what you're feeling. You can clear your head. Then you're going to, you know, be able to build a bridge between that head and that heart, you know. The Sioux have a saying that the longest journey you'll ever take is the one from your head to your heart. You know, to really be in your place of power, you know, it's not about denying, you know, your intellect, right? But you can't favor one or the other. You know, there's a union of those two, you know, and it's by uniting those two energies, your head and your heart, you breathe new life into your life. And we see, you know, vigor here, you know, and vigor is about the power to endure, right? The power to keep going, you know. So you've been through a long, hard cycle, but I feel like, you know, you're going to be getting to the other side of that. I just want to look at the bottom of the deck energy here. Yeah, you know, we have the cat's energy here. I feel that there's some secretive stuff going on. Might involve 3 females, you know. There's a little intrigue energy here. You know, a lot of this is hidden. I don't know. Some of you may have, you know, multiple partners going on. Maybe you're trying to make a choice about which partner you want to go with, and you're not quite sure what you need to do. But I think you need to kind of get out of your head, get some space from your usual environment. Maybe, you know, taking a road trip, just getting on the road will, you know, enable you to have a little space to sort of just be in your own energy and feel out what the right choice is for you. With this cat energy, I do feel like there's this like cattiness involved. Okay. So I feel like there's been a little bit of drama, you know. We do see that it's caused some problems within the home life here. Okay. There's like fireworks going on in the background of this home, you know, that's like kind of argumentative energy. And we do see this weird Bebo dude, you know, kind of peeking out the door there. It's like on the surface, everything about this house looks normal and functional and just like the American dream, but something about it doesn't feel quite right. And I think maybe Aries, you know, you're not so sure that you dig the life that you built for yourself and you're ready to like you know, create some changes. Yeah, you know, I see what's holding you back, Aries Collective, is that, you know, you've had this devotion to the past with this, you know, illness, energy, zombies, and the flame. Okay, there's that devil energy again, right? You need to burn this shit up. And it's funny because this flame card in this deck, it's actually like You think it has so much power over you, and it actually doesn't. It's an illusion. So there's that kind of like Neptune energy we were talking about, right? So this is really about laying the past to rest, you know? Sometimes when we're so attached to our past, there can be a certain, codependency involved in that. And it can become a bit of a sickness that like holds us back from really advancing in our lives. Yeah, look it. You're meant to move into that infinity energy, that 8 energy, right? That we were talking about. Pay attention. When you see 8s, Aries Collective, that means you're aligning with your purpose and you're stepping into your power. That's when you're really entering the flow. You know, there's the Ouroboros here, right? The snake eats itself. There's a necessity for you to transform these old past patterns, man. These old past patterns, and stop going back to shit, you know? Stop going back to shit that's just feeding on you and is giving nothing in return, but, just leaving you feeling so depleted, so empty inside with this illness. There's that 8 energy again, right? It's really time to cut the cord with all of that. You have some decisions to make. I feel like with the Aries Collective, there's whether you're dealing with it in, I feel like for a lot of you, it's in a romantic situation. Some of you, it may be in a business capacity. It's like there's a too many cooks in the kitchen type picture here. And it's causing some problems. It's causing some argumentative energy. You're feeling pretty worn out from it. I think you're wanting space from all of it. I say, go clear your head, do whatever you can, to free up some of your time where you can like go on some road trips, even a day trip, right? Just getting out of your usual environment and give yourself some space to kind of get in touch with what you're really feeling, get clear in your head, get clear in your heart, and then you're going to find your way forward. Let's just do a cut of the deck energy here, see what it has to say. This needs to change, man, because you got the rats right here. That 32, that's 5, sudden, quick changes. Someone around you can't be trusted. They're running off with the bag, okay? So you have somebody that, they're pretending to be a friend to your face, but they're really not somebody you can trust, right? I think a lot of the work that the Aries Collective has to do is about letting go of people, that are actually complicating their situation and aren't leading them where they need to go. When you do this, Aries Collective, this is when you find the real love, okay? This is when you find the real love with this heart energy, okay? And then you get down to just the 2 love birds, okay? You definitely, I think a lot of you, this is a love situation. There's somebody that you can't trust, Yep. Look, it's a false sense of happiness, okay? It's a false sense of happiness. We got the attack card here, okay? With this happiness card here, most of what's drawn you in to these sort of, dynamics is that it's broken up some monotony for you. At least it felt like it was going to be something that's going to be interesting. My energy is pretty wild, Pamela. I do go kind of way out there, okay? Thank you for appreciating it. We do see you need to break up with this energy, We do see that, there's a need for you to stop creating these dynamics that make everything so confusing, Just get clear yourself, because when you're divided in your head and your heart and you can't make up your mind, it creates fuck shit. Creates a fucking mess to clean up, all right? So, do that. And you land in that beautiful, infinity energy, and I do see love coming through real strong. So, whether that's aligning with a new person or whether that's, coming to a place of healing in a current relationship, maybe that's been compromised by other people. And when I say like, there's definitely like this third party dynamic here. I think there's been a lot of gossiping. There's been a lot of cattiness. And I have to say that, when it comes to third party dynamic, that's not always a case of somebody having another sexual partner, although it can be that, okay? But it's just any kind of outside influence coming in that's creating disruption. It can be an addiction, right? We talked a lot about addictions, and addiction can be, a third party. If you've ever known somebody who was an alcoholic, or you've ever known somebody who was a drug addict, that it can be like an entirely, new person, right? It can be like an entirely, new person has come into the situation. It can be a mistress, okay? It can be somebody's, you know, married to the money. They're married to their job, you know. They're so focused on that attainment that they have no room for anything else. So that's my message for you, Aries Collective. Really pay attention to that, okay? So now I want to see what is coming in for the Taurus Collective with this eclipse season energy. What is the hidden treasure? What is the work to be done and what is to be gained by making it through to the other side, Taurus Collective? And I will go through after this, you know, and I will do timestamps for all the different signs and when the collective read was and all of that. So you all can review these things again at your leisure and jump forward to the place you want to, you know, review. Okay, so let's see what is coming in for the Taurus Collective in this eclipse season. What does Taurus Collective need to know this eclipse season? Okay, we've got one card started out here. We got the horse reversed, okay? So I feel like there's some masculine, okay, some man that there was supposed to be like a new beginning with, but I feel like things are kind of on hold right now. And this may be a Leo or somebody who has strong Leo placements in their chart, because we do see a lion here, okay? This is also about courage, right? We talked about that courage piece, the courage to kind of see where you hold yourself up, where you hold yourself back. I am getting that message coming through that maybe there's this new beginning, this opportunity came in your life to be able to really connect, you know, with a man. And, you know, take it as it fits for you, okay? Don't get too hung up on like man, woman, any of these terms. We know that there can be, you know, women who run very like so-called masculine quality energies, okay? So just apply it as it feels fit to you, but I have to take the message as it comes through for me, all right? So there was supposed to be this new beginning with this man here, and I feel like it's a partner, okay? Now I'll look at these other cards to get like the nature of the partnership. Is it romantic? Is it business related? I'm kind of getting more of a hint that it's like romantic. And I think maybe like lack of courage is what's being the influence that's holding things back with this lion. And because this is in reverse, all right? So I feel like maybe you're looking too much at the past and the way things have gone in the past. And it's like preventing you from really taking advantage of this new beginning, this opportunity that's on the table for you. Let's see what more we have in store here. Yeah, you know, oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is okay. Tauruses, do you know? And Aries. This is interesting because first we had happiness, okay? And happiness was in reverse, okay? So this same card came up for Aries too, all right? So some of you Taurus Collective may be dealing with an Aries. And when I'm speaking of the astrological signs, we have to look at, you know, anywhere that can be in the chart, okay? So it doesn't have to be that they're a sun sign. It could be sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or they just have that sign strongly aspected in their chart. Also with this king energy, with the horse energy here, we could be looking at Sagittarius, okay? So bringing that in, feeling that influence as well. I feel that you thought that this was going to be something that was really going to make you happy, but it kind of all got turned upside down. It didn't work out quite the way you thought it would. And I see that the problem is that there's too much secretiveness here, okay? There's a lot of stuff happening in the background. And it's very interesting, right? Because with that Aries Collective, what came in was the cats. And look, Taurus, we have cat lady right here. And we also have that 9 energy with that 27, which is about endings, bringing things to an ending. if you've been involved with an Aries and you've been involved on a secretive level and things haven't been on the up and up and you're keeping shit hidden, if you are a third party in a situation like that, I think it's time for you to stop being secretive. You know, this does not lead to any good results, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, don't be this is just coming in. Don't be the other woman in a situation. Don't buy into that. I feel like there's this real need for you to sort of like take a stand and say, you know what, I'm cool just being by myself if that's the way it is. Oh, I didn't notice that. Look, there's 3 cats in this one too, just like the other one. You know, it's possible that you know the other 2 parties involved. Okay, this is interesting. So this could be like a messy social situation that some of these Tauruses are involved in. All right. There is definitely a need to bring a change here. I think that, you know, this is like, I have to say it, okay? I do see the unicorn here. Now, we all know what the definition is of a unicorn on a slang level. Do most of you know? Okay, like a unicorn is somebody who agrees to be a third party in this situation. You know, and it looks like there is some agreement that was made on this level. Okay, so we see that infinity, and that showed up in Aries read too. So there's like this real mirroring with the Aries read, which is really interesting. I feel like there's been a secret pact. Like you're like, it's okay, you know, I'll be your side piece, you know. Yeah, it's almost like you have your own like loyalty here to this situation, you know? We have all this kind of like secretive energy coming through. Look, I'm drawing into this like Illuminati energy. I think maybe because the cat's also got a few dogs. And maybe that's the secret. You know, ooh, oh my God, you cannot make this shit up. Look at this. I think a big part of this may have been, you know, related to money. We do see this kiss up energy here. But be aware of the compromising positions you put yourself in when you enter a dynamic like this. Be aware of who you're beholden to. You know, you may think you got this thing figured out, but you might not know who you're making a deal with. You might be making a deal with the devil. And we see coming right after this, the pig energy. Okay. This is a very selfish energy. This person is not concerned about anybody's welfare but their own. Okay. You know, this is somebody who wants to have their cake and eat it too. And they're not concerned about what you need. All right. So be aware of putting yourself in a compromising position. I do see this situation coming to an end. You got a break up here. Okay. We do have that situation coming to an end. But with that ending, it leads you to a new beginning. You also got this heart energy. So, you know, some of you, Aries and Tauruses, have been involved with each other in kind of clandestine situations. I would say that, you know, there is kind of an ending on deck for you all, but through that ending, it actually leads you to the person you're meant to be with. I do pick up this is romantically. Yeah. We do see there is this financial piece here, okay? And there is this Taurus energy with this bull at the bottom here, all right? You know, I think that this was a situation that, you know, one party was looking to get their hands on the other's money. Pick what side you're on, okay? Pick what side you're on. Pick what side you're on, all right? But this looks like somebody wanting to, you know, take advantage of somebody and get what they can from them materially. You know, I just got cash cow, you know, is the message that came through. So let's, you know, let's do a cut of the deck energy, see what we got here. Yep. I'm sorry, Tauruses, but there's something going on here. You got fox in the hen house. And again, we got 5 energy. There's something that needs to change in this situation. And again, this could be you. This could be a cross watcher. Okay. So pick what side you're on. But somebody in this situation is not coming correct. There's a lot of stuff that's secretive. There's a lot of using going on. There's a lot of compromising your integrity. It's messy. There's multiple people involved. You thought it would bring you happiness. It's led to disruption. It's really about bringing that situation to an end. You know, you got to transform that toxic energy. And in transforming that toxic energy, it leads you to a new beginning, and you align with the person who will really hold your heart with respect. But it actually starts with you holding your own heart with respect, okay? It all begins with you. So some transformational work to do there for the Taurus collective. Yeah, you do the work. It helps align you with the right people, places, things, okay? With this 30 energy, that's 3, that's helpful people coming in. That's your guides coming in. You can't really see it here, but there's a map behind him. And it's interesting. Some of you may live in California. We notice that in the Northern California area, there's the sun is there, but the clouds are covering the sun. You know, there's that Leo energy again, and sun is all about the ultimate happiness, right? But if it's covered with clouds, that means the happiness is blocked, right? So I feel like, again, you may be one of the signs that needs a geographical cure. It's about you getting to a new area, moving out of your usual area, and this aligns you with where you're really meant to be. It allows your gifts to come in. You know, we do see, you know, the dandelion seeds there, and there's like this map, you know, behind this genie. So I think it's about you also exploring, you know, where do you belong? Where feels like home for you? And I think as you do that, it's going to align you with the right person. And I do see you coming into alignment with your true heart, you know, and your true purpose, and connecting with your person, the person you're meant to be with. Okay. So some work to do, though. There's some transforming work to do there, Taurus Collective. All right. So let's see, Gemini. Let's look at Gemini Collective. What's coming up for Gemini Collective in this eclipse season? What's in store for Gemini Collective in this eclipse season? Gemini Collective, what is in store for you this eclipse season? Gemini Collective, I just got, you know, be careful who you're listening to right now. You know, not all the information that you're getting from people is solid. You know, don't bank on it. The dogs just flew out of the deck in reverse. Okay, so you know, that's disloyalty. Okay, so I'd say, you know, again, be mindful of who you're trusting. You know, be very aware that, you know, they may purposely be guiding you in the wrong direction because there's something that you got that they want to get their hands on. Woo! Okay. We got some hot cards flying out here. Let's see what this is about. Ooh. Okay, we have that dog's energy in reverse, okay? So there's definitely like some disloyalty in your social circle, okay? And I picked that up before the cards even came out, that there's somebody that you can't really trust, that they might have their eyes on something you got, you know? And we do see here, you know, again, what's the deal? What is going on here? Come on, man. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, what the hell is going on here? We got temptation, all right? And we got that unicorn energy again. It's in reverse. Did you have an arrangement? Did you have an arrangement? A little side piece that went astray? Were you tempted? Were you tempted, and did it lead you in a, you know, did it lead you down the garden path? Now you're cleaning up a mess. We do see keys here, okay? And we do see coming right behind the keys, we got a handshake, and this does not look like a comfortable arrangement here. All right, look at that. Look at that agreement. This may be in a business capacity. Maybe somebody offered you some kind of opportunity. You know, it sounds really good on the surface. You know, they're really selling it strong. You're tempted. You know, you're kind of tempted to, you know, head in that direction, a new direction. and explore this opportunity. But I want you to really think about, is this the kind of agreement you want to make? You know, when I see this card, I always hear Joe Pesci's voice in my head from Casino when he's all, I got your head in a fucking vice, you know? And I feel like this is that kind of an agreement, you know? Be careful of the agreements you're making. You may think that this will advance you to a better position, but it's actually out of alignment with your purpose. If you just hold tight, if you wait with this 5 energy, you're going to get the true guidance that needs to come in for you. Okay. Again, you're really needing to sink into your heart, align with what feels right to you. You know, you're going to be receiving messages by connecting with your intuition. You know, we got this pigeon that's a very important message may come in actually that changes your course. We got that 5 energy. The change will come in swift and fast. Maybe within, you know, maybe within like the next month and a half too. So maybe sometime in June, you get some type of message that makes you realize you don't really want to enter into this agreement. You know, you possibly, I just heard you might break a contract, choose to head in a different direction. I do feel too, like somebody's trying to come in between you and somebody else. Somebody, there's that, you know, that snake energy coming in between the couple. Look, they're both looking in different directions. We see a lot of transformation energy here. Somebody is trying to manifest a separation between you, you know. Maybe they see your person as the unicorn, you know. Somebody's moving kind of sideways. I don't know. I give dual message here. Be careful who you listen to, you know, in relation to a business arrangement, or you know, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. All right, keep your hackles up. Just be aware, you know. I say just wait. If you just wait, you know, anything that feels like I don't know, don't say yes to it. Just put it on ice for a minute. Wait. The message you need, the information you need, it'll come in. It'll be like a key that actually aligns you with your true purpose, helps you see what's been hidden, and then you can open up the right doors of opportunity. We have the cat lady again, the king upright, and infinity behind that. And right behind that is Sagittarius energy with this kin. I was gifted this card deck and the person had written kin inside the moon. So this is interesting. So this is somebody who could have strong Sagittarius placements in their chart. Look, there's the snake in the water, okay? Maybe this Sagittarius has something to do with this. Queen energy right behind that. And the sun, happiness, okay? It's very interesting. We also have the broken mirror. All right. For those on the occult path, somebody may have done like some workings here, maybe to try to drive a wedge between you and another person. That's not going to apply for everybody, but I have to speak to it on broadcasting because we look at witchy shit here. You know, I think that, you know, they see something you got and they want to make it their own, you know. Just be aware who you trust, okay? The keys are inside you. You know who feels like they're not on the up and up. Be careful who you trust right now. I do see that there's somebody who can be an ally to you, though. They might have a strong Sagittarius placement in their chart. Let's see what else we got here. This might be you connecting maybe with somebody from your past that has Sagittarius in their chart, strong Sagittarius influence. It does set you off on a new adventure, okay? So I do see there's something going on here where somebody is trying to create, sort of like drive a wedge between two people. And I believe it's because they got their eye on one of the partners. Might be this cat lady here, you know? I don't know what y'all are up to, man, but It looks like some of you all got some fuck shit going on. Now, any of you out there who have been doing any kind of workings, you know, to try to drive people apart or cause problems in a relationship, you might want to think fucking twice about this. You know, this could be like a spell gone wrong. You know, sometimes situations like this where it gets really messy and complicated, it can be somebody's messing around with something they shouldn't be messing with, okay? And it can cause a lot of cleanup work to be done. I say, oh God, right, I've thought we got the secret, okay? And the kiss up. Somebody in this situation can't be trusted. Somebody is moving sideways. I would say, Gemini Collective, you got the clues you need. The keys are inside of you. They open up a new direction for you. I see your new direction actually is about a reprisal of something from the past. It sets you off on a whole new course, you know. Even travel might be involved to connect with this person who has Sagittarius strongly aspect in their chart. It could also be that you're just moving into that expansive Sagittarius energy. But there's somebody currently right now in your situation that you need to fucking give the boot. They're interfering. They're telling you some fuck shit. They're filling your head with a bunch of lies and it's leading you astray. Okay. So be careful who you trust. Not everybody that you think is loyal to you is loyal to you, actually. You know, they're working against you. And I'm really getting it's because you got something that they want, you know? And so they're kind of poisoning your mind against this person. May even be in a relationship, okay? So just be aware. Be aware who you trust. But I do see you connecting with somebody from your past, somebody who has like strong Sagittarius influence. I see you, you know, doing some traveling. I feel like this is going to be sort of like a date with destiny. You know, it's going to unlock a door to a new opportunity for you in this eclipse cycle. Okay, so we have a lot of interesting stuff going on with the collective. This is a bit telenovela, man. I don't know, man. You guys are like moving sideways, some of you out here. And again, you know, you may be dealing, you know, with somebody who is moving like this. You may be the one who's moving like this. You know, I'm reading for a vast collective, so there's going to be lots of different ways this could apply, but just see how it sits with you, how it resonates with you. Okay. Cancer Collective. What's coming in for the Cancer Collective in this eclipse cycle? What is coming in for the Cancer Collective? This eclipse cycle. Oh, we got a fox in the hen house again. There's a lot of sneakiness. Somebody's snooping into your business, Cancer. Okay, you got somebody who's kind of sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. You've got somebody who's scheming around you. Let's see any other things want to pop out here, and then we'll follow this thread. Cancer Collective. We're really looking at like, what is the energy to transform and what's the hidden treasure? Yeah, I see, Cancer Collective, that you're going to find out that somebody has been interfering in your situation. And, you know, it's all going to kind of come out into the open. You know, somebody has been sort of, you know, getting a little too close to, you know, your situation. They're a little too involved in your personal business, and it's causing some problems. I see you really turning this energy around, you know. You had this attack energy in reverse, okay? So I feel like you were kind of blindsided by this. You really thought you could trust this person, and you didn't know that, you know, they were doing something shady, you know, behind your back. But I feel like this is part of your directional reroute with this spaceship energy coming in here. I feel like you needed to have this exposed. And if this hasn't been exposed yet, you will find out. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Again, the cat's energy. Are you people all interconnected with each other? What's going on here? So I would be aware, you know, we do see gossip here. Okay, we see cattiness. We see there's a lot of secrets. We see there's interference. And I would say that these are friends. I feel for you, Cancer, that this is really coming in your social circle. I feel like you just got friends that are kind of putting on a false front with you. They're being a bit two-faced, you know, and they're kind of doing shit behind your back because they don't have the guts to just deal with you directly and actually face you, you know, and tell you what their fucking problem is. Instead, they want to talk shit about you behind your back, talk about business that has nothing to do with them, and it's causing a bunch of problems. And again, we got the secret here, okay? Man, this Scorpio energy is just like really bringing the secrets to the surface, okay? I think that a secret is going to be exposed. Let's see here. Yep, got temptation. All right. Woo-hoo. Ooh. Yeah, we got a lot of people making some, you know, kind of, oh God. We got a lot of people making some sketchy fucking deals here, man. Okay. Again, we have that handshake energy here. Be careful of the arrangements you enter into. Do you really want to make this kind of agreement? Does this look like the kind of position you want to put yourself in? You better tune into your intuition. You better form a partnership with spirit, ask spirit to guide you in the right direction because you don't want to head down this road. You don't want to head down this road. I feel like right here, Queen energy, okay? You female Cancers, you need to really connect with your intuition. We got Hawk energy up here, okay? And that's two. It's like a partnership with spirit. Hawk medicine is all about messages from spirit, right? We saw making that agreement with spirit. Like you really need to turn to your spirituality right now to guide you because I see that there is somebody's working to create problems in your situation. We got that broken mirror energy right here, okay? Again, this is like just feeling like you're in a bad luck cycle, but I do believe that somebody is throwing thwarting energy your way. Somebody is trying to cause problems. Now, I want you to think of this in more than one way. When somebody is scandals everywhere. Oh my God, I know. It's like pretty wild, man. There's a lot of scandalous energy. Y'all are ratchet, man. Y'all are ratchet. I don't know why y'all are moving like this. I personally got over dealing with this kind of crap in high school myself. I don't know why so many people are moving like this, but we see that somebody is trying to cause chaos here. We see somebody is really trying to cause chaos here with this blender energy. All right. Inside of this blender, there's a man and a woman, and their faces are really angry. They're all stirred up and activated. Okay. There's a lot of upheaval here. Now, when I say interfering energy, if you're of the occult persuasion, if you're on the path of the craft, if you associate with people who do those kind of things, then yes, you may have somebody who is throwing thwarting energy your way. But I want you to understand something about this. You know, we hear about this a lot on YouTube. Readers talk about, you know, people doing spells, doing workings to sabotage, create problems. You need to understand something here. Any hexes, any negatively directed energy your way, it can only affect you if you make an agreement with that energy. You have to allow it in. All right. You have to allow it in. So be mindful of what you're letting into your space. And if you know somebody causes nothing but drama in your life, and every time they come around, all kinds of things start to go awry, you start to have conflicts with people, it makes your life difficult, maybe you shouldn't have an agreement with that energy. Maybe you shouldn't let that person into your sphere. Now, can somebody hex somebody without doing any spell work? Absolutely. If somebody envies your situation, right? If they're jealous of you, if they want what you got, or if they, you know, are wishing you ill will because they're upset that you're in a place of happiness and they just don't want to see you in that place of happiness for whatever reason. They're bitter, they're resentful, you know? they think it should have been them and not that other fellow you're with, whatever the situation may be, or that other chick you're with, whatever it may be. Pick your side, okay? Just that negative energy can have an effect on you if you have an agreement with that energy. Don't let the fuck shit into your space. If there's drama in your reality, it's because you're in partnership with it. I'm just talking real talk right here, okay? If there is drama in your life, it's because in some way, shape, or form, you're participating in that energy. So my guidance to you is get clear your energy, take some Olympias. If you're the one, pick what side you're on, who's directing this kind of energy at another person, whether you're doing spell work or you just feel envious, jealous of what they have. And so you're sending this like envious, negative, resentful energy their way. You need to get yourself clear. You need to come correct. You need to let go of control, you know, just let go, get clean, get clear on your spirit, no matter what side you're on, whether you're on the receiving end of this or whether you're the directing force. Okay. It's time for you to clear your energy. And I think you're really meant to like move away from these people that are causing so much drama in your life with this spaceship energy. It's like spirit is telling you, it's time for you to have a whole new cast of characters come in. It's time for you to be around people that will actually enrich your life, you know, and give you some positive new experiences instead of dealing with this old drama and all this secrets and all this game playing and manipulation. I'm picking up a lot of like manipulation energy around you. Like, and this is what you're meant to be in. You're meant to be in this happiness energy, Leo energy here, okay? You're supposed to be in this happy energy. There's that Leo season, all right? I think you all need to clear out the dead wood, man. There's some connections in your life, Cancer, that have fully like served their purpose, and it's time to move on from it and move on to bigger, better things. Yeah. Expect a message to come in. It's going to be an important message, all right? It's going to be a turning point. It's going to give you an opportunity to head into a new direction. When this comes in, take it. Take it, because it's going to set you off on a whole new course that's going to align you with your happiness and move you out of, you know, this high school drama bullshit. You don't need to deal with that energy anymore. But another, you know, another sign that has to do some cleanup work. I really feel that, you know, on the other side of that though, right? It's like, it's so good. You know, there's all this happiness coming in and a whole new cast of characters, but you really need to let go of the people that are bringing drama into your life and ask yourself, if these people are always bringing function into your life, like, why do you continue to give them your energy and your time? Why? Why are you putting a place card for them out? So, you know, they always have a place at your table. You need to rethink that. And you need to look at like, what is that shadow aspect within you that's keeping you there, you know, that's keeping you in these kind of, you know, connections that are just really causing nothing but drama and problems for you. I just got that, you know, there may have been fallout, you know, caused between you and another person because of this meddling, this interference in your social circle. Okay. So just be mindful of that. All right. Woo, come on now. Y'all are wild. Oh, Leo Collective, what's coming in for you with this eclipse season? What needs to be transformed and what's on the other side of that? What is the opportunity available to the Leo Collective? How can they move through the eclipse season in an empowered way? All right, that's a good sign. All right, well, we do see, Leo, right off the bat, that you're starting to find more loyalty in your life. We got the dogs up right for you. That's 10 energy. So I feel like you're really kind of forming connections within your, you know, social circle. I feel like this is a group of people, you know, it's a group of people that have kind of become like family to you, that you spend a lot of time with them and you feel like you can trust. It might be like something like some kind of club, or maybe you're involved in a sport together, or there's this feeling of almost like this team energy. Like I'm really picking up this team energy, like we're all in it together, and there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of loyalty. And I feel like these people really have your back, and this has been a very positive new beginning for you. It's brought a lot of gifts into your life. Let's see if there's, ooh, yeah, it's been some happiness for you. We see that, we have this dog's energy upright, and we have this happiness energy coming in here. So, I think that you got something really positive on the horizons coming in for you that's kind of like lift your spirit, sort of break up the monotony, and give you something to look forward to. I also got that you're going to receive a special gift, and it's really going to touch your heart. Somebody's got a special gift that they want to give you just to show their appreciation. I feel like you really helped this person through a very difficult time, and they want to treat you. They want to show their gratitude to you for you showing up for them. It's going so well. What is going on, man? And we got the fox again. Again, something's concealed. Something is hidden in this matter. Somebody's moving a little stealth. Okay, so let's see. What is this about? This might be in connection to this gift. Oh, those damn cats. These damn cats. Okay. Again, too many cooks in the kitchen situation. Oh, this is related to a past matter. Okay, we see this gift as a kiss up. All right, so this is what I'm getting here. You've just started a new cycle, Leo, and you've connected with a group of people where you're finally forming some really healthy connections. Like you got people you can really trust, that you can really count on. And these people are like a family to you. And it's been such a positive influence in your life. It's also something that's really aligned you with your purpose. It's opening up this whole new direction for you with this spaceship. We got that heart energy here. And we also have this infinity energy. Okay. So this is like the manifestation of your purpose that lands you right in your heart. I feel like this new group of people that you've connected with, this is where you really need to invest your energy. But I see that you're going to get some kind of message is going to come in. And I feel like that's what's going to break up this monotony. This person, I think there's somebody from your past. Okay. The zombies card. Okay. They bring you a message. Oh, goodness. I always get this backed up. Okay. They bring you a message. Okay. Message comes in from this person. This person is from your past. It's like Night of the fucking Living Dead. Okay. You never thought that you were going to hear from this person again. And all of a sudden they're back to feed on your fucking brain. All right. To make you fucking confused, to wind you up in knots, to get you under their fucking spell. They might even come in and they might bring you like, some kind of gift. And it really surprises you. And you think, oh, maybe things will be different this time. Maybe things will change. And I really feel like this is just a fucking kiss up. All right. Be careful. All right. Because you've really made some great strides in your life. And if you let this person back in, they're going to fucking burn away everything that you worked so hard to build, everything that you fought for. Okay. With this flame energy. This offer that they're bringing in, it may look tantalizing. Oh, this may be from a Sagittarius, okay? Because I do see this moon card here. All right. This may be somebody that you felt really close to, Maybe you felt that they were really your person too with that 33 energy. That's six, that's, and they very well could have been a soulmate, but I don't know. I think you're really better off just sticking to your guns and doing your own thing here, Leo. I think it's really time to end the cycle because, this person may come around, they may do a big talk and they may tell you like, oh, it's just going to be me and you. It's going to be different. It won't be the same as last time. I've changed. But look, we see there's the cats and there's the 3 cats in the background. Your message came in, but there's that secretiveness involved, right? Okay. Yeah, I think your best choice is to invest in yourself, Leo. This sees you landing in your own energy with that sun card. All right. Dead this situation, you know? Be careful. Be careful of the gifts that you take. Some gifts have other things attached to them that aren't really going to be in your best interest. So just be mindful what kind of agreement you enter when you do receive, a gift from somebody. I feel like this gift has strings attached, and you want to be very mindful about, who you let back in. Ooh, I think you're going to be tempted. I think you're going to be so tempted. There's a lot of temptation coming up for the collective. I think you have been waiting to hear from this person. I think you feel a lot of sexual attraction towards this person. Maybe you've even been in a long-term situation and you feel like, it's kind of gotten a little boring. It's kind of gotten a little monotonous. I want some of that freakadeek, so you might hear from this person and you might want to run with it, but I think you might want to think twice. I don't think it'll end very well for you. You're always going to have to be a secret. Do you really want to live like that? Do you always want to be a side piece? Is that who you are? Is it really who you are? That doesn't feel very much in alignment with that Leo energy to me, Leos have the courage and the confidence, when in balance, to go their own way and to stand in their integrity. You all are meant to embody that solar energy, you're meant to bear that light and shine that light, not be kept fucking hidden in the dark like a dirty little fucking secret. Be mindful of who you let back in. Cut the deck energy. Yep. You need to break up with this energy. You need to cut the cord on this, okay? Yeah, Vandana, I do see it's like a past person coming back, not just with an apology. I feel like they're really they're gonna put some frosting on it. They're gonna make it sound so good. Oh, they totally transformed, they've changed, they might even give you a gift, They're really gonna butter you up. But I would say you need to just kind of sort of hold it at bay, I think you are going to be super, super tempted to, take them up on this offer. But I really think it's in your best interest to hold this energy at bay. I do see that if, you let this energy in, it's going to cause disruption in your stability, disruption potentially in your home situation. Okay. And this person with this pig energy, it's all about them. They're not really invested in you. This is somebody who is selfishly motivated. They want what they want. They don't care how it affects anybody else, and they don't mind kind of manipulating the truth to get their way. So we see that what happens is by you just staying the course in this new direction you forged for yourself with these people, that you have this feeling of community with, like these new people that you have in your life. And if you don't have this yet, I feel like this is coming in for you. Like it comes in through some kind of group. Like, I don't know if you're all on a team, like you all play a sport together, or you're all involved in some kind of workshop together, or it's something that's it has kind of like a social aspect to it, but it's got a team spirit sort of feeling to it. And they feel like a family, these people are loyal to you and they care about you. So it's a very positive thing, and there's a lot of success that wants to come in for you, but it's about you really towing the line and being like, nope, I know what I'm worth, and I don't need to take on that energy. Been there, done that. I'm heading in a good direction. Sometimes the past comes back to tempt you right when you're in that place where you're really turning a corner. You're you've moved beyond it. You're not held back by it anymore. You're starting to feel happy. You're making strides in your life. You've got some progressive movement coming in. You're getting closer to your goals. And then here comes the past to tempt you again, right? It's like that devil energy. Did you learn the lesson? Do you remember what happened last time? Do you want to go down that road again? Do you need to? You can always accept an apology without coming into agreement with that energy, right? You can always make peace without having to take that on. I think it's better for you to kind of let this matter come to rest. And in doing so, you head off into your new direction that actually puts you right in alignment with your heart. You know, we do see it leads you to abundance, success, happiness, purpose, feeling fulfilled in your heart, you know, and a whole new cast of characters, a whole new group of friends. They're more aligned with where you're going now. And I also see you doing a lot of traveling. You know, I think the Leos are going to be doing a lot of traveling, going out, exploring, doing new things. Like, I feel like Leos are moving into this beautiful, you know, time in their life where they're really opening up to new energy. So be careful of letting that past come in like invasion of the body snatchers, you know? Don't let them, you know, disrupt your flow. You got a good thing going, man. Okay. So that's what I would say for that Leo energy. Think new, you know, think new, think fresh. Don't go back to old energy. Keep moving forward, Leos. It's in your best interest. All right, Virgo Collective. What is coming in for the Virgo Collective over this eclipse season? What does the Virgo Collective have in store this eclipse season? What is the work that they need to do? What is the opportunity on the other side of that work? What guidance do they need to move forward in the most empowering way? Okay. And again, this is, you know, as I call out these signs, these messages could speak to you if you have, you know, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, North Node in these signs, or just the house associated with that sign strongly activated in your chart. All right, what is the message for Virgo Collective? You know, and just be aware, you know, some of these messages that are going to come out at this time, they're going to be kind of telling, you know, just be prepared for that because, I mean, we are clearing out drama. We are clearing out toxic shit. And everybody's got something, right? We all got our stuff. We all got our stuff we need to work on. So, you know, no judgment here, okay? But the goal is that we recognize what is holding us back in life, what is dysfunctional, what energy does need to be transformed, and that we move beyond that, right? And that we align with where we're really supposed to be. Okay, we just got one card that came out here. You know, this is really, I think this is a really good energy here coming out for the Virgo Collective. We see this attack energy in reverse. I feel that the Virgo Collective made a very wise move. I feel like you were involved in a situation where you felt attacked, you know, where you felt like nobody was listening to your point of view. You were trying to create some kind of peace, harmony, coming together in a situation, and nobody was paying attention to you. I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of drama. You've been dealing with a lot of people who are just operating on a lower vibe level. And I feel you did a really fucking smart thing and you got the fuck up from the table. And I have to say, good for you. I feel like you have been doing a lot of work, Virgo, on transforming these energies. I also feel this is about transforming your own nature. You know, some of these times when you've been dealing with people that have been difficult, trying to act in their own interests, not considering what's best for the group, not considering your feelings, not taking into consideration how their choices would affect you, how their actions were affecting you, or what they were roping you into. You know, I feel like you finally decided that, you know, you didn't need that energy in your life. You invested in yourself and you said, you know what, you guys can have this. I'm not aligned with this. This is not who I am. This is not what I want for my life. And I think this is awesome, Virgo Collective. And I just did a channeled read for the Virgo Collective. It's called Put Your Stunner Shades On, okay? And I have to say, Virgos, I really felt like so much transformational energy has come in for you guys already. I feel like the Virgo Collective is really ahead of the curve. You guys understood the assignment, okay? You got the memo. I feel like you spent a lot of time doing shadow work. You've been sorting through a lot of fucking heavy shit for a long time. And I feel like you have really transformed that energy. and you are choosing happiness. You are choosing to just let sleeping dogs lie. You're tired of processing emotional pain. You don't want to live within this drama anymore. You don't want to be connected to people like this. You do not want to be connected to situations like this. And you're actually okay removing yourself from these situations and going your own way. And I think it's just really fucking beautiful. And I just want to say congratulations. Again, you know, these energies just keep coming up. You saw me shuffle the cards, okay? We see what the deal is here. All right. This seems to be really a collective message coming through. It's coming through in one form or another for each of the individual signs. We have the cats, we have cattiness, you know, we have game playing, we have drama, you know, we have the pig. So we have a lot of selfish energy involved. May even be somebody born in the Chinese year of the pig that's been a problem. This just came through. Also, year of the cat, Chinese signs coming in here. Don't know what that's about. All right. And then we also got year of the rooster. Okay, so see who in your sphere might be aligned with those Chinese signs. These are kind of the troublemakers here. I feel like this energy is needed to be transformed and changed. This is just a lot of people causing trouble, causing drama, and they're acting on their own selfish interests. They're not considering anything that's actually going to be beneficial in the situation. They're out for themselves, you know? And there's just, again, there's this complication of too many people involved in this situation. I don't know how you got roped into this situation, but I do see you broke up with it. You cut this shit off with a quickness. And now the ship's going down. Look, it's like every man for himself. You know, you got two people that fucking just ran off, took their hands off of it, and they're the co-conspirators who caused so much drama and bullshit. You know, they left the others involved to go down with the ship. But we see you way off in the distance. It's hard to see here. There's a sailboat. It's in calm waters. It's away from all this fuck shit. You did the right thing. You're now moving into a time of happiness because you were smart. You let the dead be dead, right? You put an end to that. And I see you stepped into this position of really holding court in your life, you know? And I think it's opened up beautiful union for you with this two energy. And if you haven't aligned with your person, if you've been in this kind of like, you know, sort of just your own energy, feeling yourself, doing your own thing, I think you might be surprised. I think you're going to have some opportunities coming your way and you just might connect with that one. You know, it does come with a little upheaval first. All right. Hello. Yeah, I'm not doing personal reads, okay? I'm just doing general for the collective. But if you're ever interested in a personal, you can reach me at broadcoven@gmail.com. I do personal reads, but I don't do them on this level because if I did individual reads, you know, on these live chats, I would be like here all night. Yeah, I do see your true partnership coming in here, Virgo. You know, Virgo Collective, you got love slated big time. Look, everybody was after that unicorn. Look, all those other signs, you know, the unicorn was coming through for them. Everybody wanted that like magical relationship, right? They were all after the unicorn and there was all this fuck shit to get the unicorn. Looks like you run away with that magical partnership. If you don't have this person now, you will soon. Cupid's arrow is going to strike, okay? This looks like a beautiful union. And some of you are going to get hitched, okay? I do see marriage coming in. Yeah, we see this happiness coming in here, okay? This is a real gift and it's your reward, okay? So I'm really picking up that Virgo Collective, you all made the right move, man. You made the right move. I just want to tell you congratulations, you know, for really doing the work and for understanding when it's time to put the processing down, to stop living from the wound and just embrace your happiness because you got a true partnership coming in. You got real happiness coming in. You're moving into a joyful, prosperous period in your life. And it's all because you had the courage to say no and walk away from this bullshit and cut off your ties with these people who are just bringing nothing but problems and argumentativeness and hassles and drama and conflict in your life. So that's beautiful. You know, cut of the deck energy. Woo-hoo-hoo! And money, 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 money. Look at that. I see so many things turning around for you. You may be involved with a Taurus, Virgo. You may be involved with a Taurus. And if you are, look at this. You're moving away from that drudgery of that, plain old brick road. You're stepping on that yellow brick road. You're going to find that true sense of home, somebody you really can build with, and you're going to have a prosperous, beautiful life together. I really see the money is on, the home piece is on, the love is on, and it's because you walked away from the bullshit, man. So you're ahead of the game. While all these other people are still grappling with all this shit, they're still stuck in their shadow. You're ahead of the curve. You showed them. So good for you. Really enjoy it. Soak it up. And again, with that sun card coming out, woo, yeah, you're going to go on a big adventure, okay? And look, it leads to your home. There's a home in the distance. What a long, strange trip it's been, man. But you took the risk. You took your head out of the sand, You took your head out of the sand. Sometimes ostriches, there's that image of them with their head in the sand, not willing to look at shit. You took your head out of the sand and you said, you know what? I can look at what I need to heal. I can look at what I need to transform. 6 people watching right now, 6 reacts on this video. 6 is all about purpose, okay? So I feel like you're totally aligning with your purpose. I see you going on a trip. I'm getting honeymoon. I'm getting destination wedding vibes. Woo! Yeah, it's the key. It's a key that opens the new door of opportunity. It puts you right in alignment with your purpose. So, wow, Virgo Collective, that's an awesome, beautiful reading. Happy for you. That's good energy there. All right, Libras. I'm so anticipating. I don't know what I'm anticipating. I normally don't read for myself, so I always like to do these collective reads because I feel like I kind of get a read too. Hello, Summer. I actually don't do personals on these lives, but if you are interested in getting a personal reading, I do personal readings, and you can contact me through my email at broadcoven@gmail.com, and I would be happy to set something up for you, but I can't do, personal reads on these sessions because I've already been going 2.5 hours and some minutes here. And if I were to start to get into personals, I'd be here all night. And as much as I'd love to hang out all night, I can't. But I'd be happy to read for you. And I do have very reasonable rates, and I will give you a very, very thorough read. Okay. So if you want a personal, you can reach out to me at that email, and I'll be happy to get you set up with something. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Libra Collective. We had 2 cards fly out right away. What's coming in for the Libra Collective? What is the work that Libras need to do? What is ahead for the Libra Collective during this eclipse cycle? What do we need to overcome? What energies do we need to transform? And what is on the other side of that? And they just, okay. Another one there. All right, let's see. Oh, all right. Oh, yes, I've actually been doing this, so I hope this resonates with you other Libras too, okay? We also said, fuck you guys and all your drama and all your fuck shit and all your game playing. I'm out of here. And I really see that you all did the same thing that Virgos did. You said, nope, this doesn't resonate for me. All right, I got over this shit in high school. I'm not down with this stuff. I don't have time for game playing. I don't have time for people who can't come correct. I'm going my own way. This was the key that opened up the doorway to your purpose, okay? Libras, you're coming in alignment with your purpose right now. It also leads you on a grand adventure with this spaceship here. Oh, the places you'll go, the things you'll see, all right? I see travel. I see you connecting with new people. I see that by the end of eclipse season, you're going to look at your life and it's going to be unrecognizable to you. I'm really getting this very strongly. It's going to be like a whole new world, a whole fantastic point of view. I feel like everything is going to be brand new. New people, new opportunities. You're going to be on the road. I see some of you may be doing work where you're not in one place. Okay. I see some of you might be branching out and experimenting with different ways to work. You might have a job that ends up being kind of mobile, you know, and that allows you to actually go out and explore and have some fun, get some work done, and also put you in connection with, you know, your tribe, your people. I see a lot of new people coming into your life, a new cast of characters. And the thing is, with this card, it's like the people that come into your life with this card, they're not like some fly by the seat of your pants card. These are people that are meant to journey the long road with you. Okay. It's really a beautiful energy with this. I feel like prepare for liftoff. Okay. Yeah. Much like, you know, that Virgo energy, you're like, I'm going to go my own way. I'm going to do my own thing. Actually, you know, I feel pretty cool just being in my own energy. I feel pretty chill just, you know, focusing on myself. I feel there's this like really interesting switch that's been flipped in the Libra collective, who's normally so focused on relationship, partnership, right? Social connections. I feel like Libras are really just vibing with doing their own thing. And they've actually been a lot more drawn toward their independence. And they're not having a hard time with it. They're actually feeling pretty happy about it. You know, they feel pretty laid back, pretty relaxed, feeling themselves, comfortable in their lives. You know, and it's kind of funny. We do have that like that cat energy is around them. You know, there's these cats around. The cats may be, you know, flapping their lips. They may be talking. They may be gossiping. People may be wondering what the fuck is Libra up to, because you're kind of keeping yourself. You learned your lesson. You know, the way that when people start, you know, digging into your life too much, wanting more information about you and this kind of thing, that it can kind of like lead you to this situation where, you know, all of a sudden you're dealing with difficulties and drama, and you kind of just decided to like make your moves more independently, kind of keep things more to yourself. You're playing things closer to the chest. I feel like in the past, maybe you kind of announced your moves. Like when you wanted to do something, you sort of let everybody know, and then you saw the way that that could sabotage you. So I see that there's a lot of people, they're curious, you know, but curiosity killed the cat. You ain't got no time for that. You're not dealing with that anymore. You're not dealing with the secretness anymore, you know? And you really recognize that this is just kind of like a form of illness here, all right? You know, you don't wish any harm, you know, against these people that have been causing problems. You understand that it's just like it's where they're at, and they got their healing work to do, but you can't heal them. You're not there to be Captain Save-A-Ho. You know, you're not there to try to rescue other people from their fuck shit. They need to heal their own stuff, you know? And I think there's been a lot of times in the past, Libra, when you have been the martyr, you know, you've played that role. You've taken on too much that was not yours to hold. And I feel like you've really turned that energy into more independence. We do have this kin energy coming in for you. We did see that there was that message, you know, the spaceship, the new cast of characters coming in. There's also the moon energy in ah! There's also the moon energy in this card. So double moon message here. Some of you may be Sagittarius moons. I just got that. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius. You also may be dealing, you know, with somebody born in the year of the snake. I don't know why I got the Chinese signs coming in, but I do. So I'm just going to flow with that. It's interesting because I do see here on this card. Let me take a sip. That, you know, it's full moon, right? So I feel like this is something that's actually coming into alignment for you right now. I think that, you know, you're really going to get connected with like your kindreds, right? The people you're meant to reconnect with. I think the Sagittarius energy is definitely coming in. I also feel it's like just this spirit of like that Satyr energy. You're ready to bring in sort of like that playfulness. You're ready to be a little wild and free. You know, I feel like you're ready to adventure. You don't want the mundane, you want magic, and you're ready to fucking shoot for the moon, you know, and see where it lands you. But I do see that, you know, off in the distance here, there's a wolf, and the wolf is howling at the moon. So Libras, go out and talk to the moon, talk to the moon about your dreams and your visions. You might want to do a little moon manifestation and just like call in your new path. Wolf medicine is all about the pathfinder, it helps you find the path ahead. You are in a process of transformation right now. I think where you're going, you're gonna have to travel to like make the connection with your new path, your new way forward. I feel like there is this need to cover some distance. I also believe it's about transforming emotionally. There may be some things that you need to transform on an emotional level. There may be some things that you need to let go. And you might kind of feel like sort of a lone wolf for a bit, like you kind of have to go your own way. But on the other side of it, you line with the people that are meant for you, with that spaceship energy, and it sets you off on a whole new adventure. See top of the deck energy here. We do see, again, those darn cats, they show up. They landed on the ground. So it's like, you took that shit, you threw it on the ground. These people aren't for real. They may come around you, they may play nice to your face, but it's just a kiss up. You're really investing in yourself. You've transformed this energy very much like the Virgo energy, okay? You're moving into your manifestation period. 6 on the board, again, when I said that. So, you're definitely coming into alignment with your purpose. You're also heading into a prosperous time in your life. Brings a lot of abundance, and there's your happiness with the sun energy. Again, that Leo energy. So I see it really coming together for you. Your finances really coming together is what's coming through strongly. I also think you're going to really connect with your sense of home then, you're going to know where you're supposed to go. I think you all are trying to make a choice right now that has something to do with like, where do I belong? Hello, Anaya. Hope you're enjoying this full moon energy, this full moon lunar eclipse energy. Cut the deck for Libra here. Oh, Libras. I'm getting kind of a different message here with this, okay? I'm really getting this Lilith message here with this snake, and your temptation more is in like playing it safe. Are you going to play it safe, Libra? Are you going to still, sort of stick to those traditional views? Are you going to keep everything in nice, tidy borders? Are you going to stick with the familiar? Or are you really going to buck the system, and are you going to drink of that knowledge, right? Are you going to drink of that knowledge, which is knowledge of the self? Are you going to choose to really transcend and transmute that energy? And are you going to buck the system and carve your own way forward? Are you going to follow the wild way? I think you will. I don't think you're settling for the typical bullshit anymore. I think you're ready to really step into your power and transform that energy, and move into a much more dynamic space, okay? So I think this looks really good, Libra. Keep up your transformation work. Do be aware, though, the only word of caution I have for Libras is to make sure that you don't like settle into comfort, all right? And I know Libras, that's kind of a hard message to hear because Libras have had their feet to the fire for a while. Like we sort of kicked off the whole transformational Pluto cycle. So we've been in this shadow work for a long time. Much like Virgos, like we've kind of already gotten a little head start. We're actually the first ones that were introduced to a lot of this Pluto work. So we're a little bit ahead of the game. But I think that your main thing is like, do you go for the conventional, the traditional, or do you really do something radical and carve your own way? And maybe it feels a little bit punk rock, maybe it feels a bit risky. Maybe people will talk. Maybe people will be shocked by what you do or the choices you make. But if you really just go into that really fiercely independent, wild, spirit, where you're really aligned with your passion, your power, and your purpose, I'm getting like Queen of Wands energy. I think it's going to lead you to a really beautiful place. Okay, so take the risk. Don't settle for comfort. Don't settle for what's comfort. but is, really keeps you stuck. Like, doesn't allow you to fully step into the full expression of yourself. All right. And speak your truth. Speak your truth. Okay? Speak your truth, even when your voice quakes. All right. So now we're going to go into Scorpio Collective, the sign of the hour. This is your moon, Scorpio Collective. What is coming up for you? What energy do you need to transform? What are the opportunities on offer for you, Scorpio Collective? What will this eclipse season bring into your life? What needs to be transformed in order to get to the hidden treasure? What's coming in for the Scorpio Collective? Scorpio Collective. Ooh, okay. Well, Scorpio, we have this queen energy here, okay? And we also have that hawk energy, which is about messages from spirit, like aligning with spirit to sort of find your way forward. We got that 2 energy, so it's working in partnership with spirit. I feel like you got a secret. I feel there's something that, it's sort of like your secret wish. Maybe it's something you've held, very dear and close to you that you haven't really shared with anybody else. And you're sort of trying to manifest something for yourself on the down low. We do see this house in reverse, though. So I want to dig into this a little bit more because it feels like this could potentially uproot a living situation. It does have something to do with the energy of love, okay? So, maybe you were in a living situation where you weren't really happy and you had this, desire to sort of like manifest your person. You want to manifest, I think you're like looking to manifest a marriage. What do we got going on here? Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. This looks pretty good for you too, Scorpios. Okay, let me see here. Let me do this cut of the deck energy here. I want to get this whole picture on the board. Okay, what could disrupt? Okay. Okay. So I see that Scorpios have also moved away from this, drama energy. Scorpios have decided to, call it quits on anything that throws their lives into a place of disruption, upheaval. They want things to be a little bit easier. There's been too much chaos created in their life through the involvement of other people sort of stirring up drama, okay? And again, much like Virgo, much like Libra, I see that this really leads you to a place of happiness. I do think that you have a secret wish that you've held really close to your heart. I do believe it has to do with uniting with a specific person. I am noticing with this 3 energy, though, because I see that house in reverse, I have to wonder, like, is this somebody who is already in partnership with another person? Is this homewrecker energy coming in here? I have to ask, I have to wonder. And again, with these situations, like pick which side of the fence you're on. Are you the homewrecker, or are you dealing with somebody who is coming off like they are emotionally available when maybe they still got a situation going on? We do see that there is secret energy involved here, okay? What I would say is you really need to lean into your intuition. You need to ask for that spiritual guidance to come in to help you get clear on what the truth is in this situation. Just kind of hold off and hold court. Night, Noreen. Thank you for dropping in. Good to see you. You know, you'll know what's true. Feel it out, you know. I do see that there's going to be an opportunity to come in. Maybe it comes through a message. Maybe somebody invites you to go off on a trip, you know, and you want to take this trip. I do see that this could potentially create some chaos in your life with this anchor energy getting pulled up here, okay? You know, it looks like it kind of caused a little bit of chaos in your life. So I'm almost wondering if you have somebody that's kind of approaching you with an opportunity to go on vacation with them. Maybe they're kind of putting it off like, oh, you know, just as friends, you know, it doesn't have to be any sort of big deal here. We do have this dog's energy, you know, so it's kind of like loyal energy. But then I also wonder, like, are these multiple suitors kind of coming in your direction who want to, you know, kind of step to you, give you an opportunity to explore possibilities with them? I do feel specifically like somebody who's going to come forward and that they're going to offer you the opportunity to go on a trip. You know, they're gonna see if you want to do some traveling with them. I do feel there's some peace in this though that causes disruption in a home. All right. So, and there's something secretive here. For you, it brings in a bit of happiness. And I think you feel like this is sort of like destiny for you with that infinity energy. I think that you want to manifest this. I think you want to step into this. I think you believe it will give you happiness. But I think you need to really look at this piece right here because what's coming in is the flame with the blender and the cats. So again, we got like this third party dynamic. There's other people involved in this situation. With that blender card, it causes a lot of upheaval. It causes you to lose the anchoring and the grounding that you've worked very hard to build. It causes arguments, you know, with this man and woman, their emotions all stirred up, you know, so you might really want to think about this because very quickly with this devil energy, you might, you know, you might have somebody come your way that you're really tempted by. Maybe this was somebody you really wanted to manifest in your life in the past. Maybe you thought they were your person, but you might want to be careful because it could really disrupt everything that you've built for yourself. You know, we do see there is some kind of wish fulfillment coming in here though, you know, and it could involve travel. So I think that you've been wanting this. I think when this comes forward, you really want this. Let me see what's on the. Be mindful of what you're stepping into. Be mindful of what you agree to. There's that compromising agreement again with the handshake. This is like a form of illness, you know. This can be a codependency situation. This can be a connection that has an addictive quality to it. There's something that's not really that healthy with this choice, you know? You might need to do some transformational work around this. Okay, I'm just curious if Scorpio Collective transforms this energy, you know, if they don't move secretively. The secret card this is not a good thing, you know? This is not a positive card. This is purposefully concealing stuff. It's moving in a manipulative way. So let's see here. If you transform this energy, what's on the other side of that? This is somebody from your past. We got zombies here. This is a selfish person with that pig energy, maybe somebody born in the year of the pig. This is somebody who's only interested in what they're going to get out of it. They're not concerned with how it'll affect you. Another cut of the deck energy. You need to cut off this energy. I feel like you may have a home situation. Again, this is kind of one of the same kind of message for like Leo, where it's like, it looks like you've moved into this place where it's sort of like you straightened your crown, right? You've really like moved into this place where you're standing in your power. You're holding court in your life. And, you know, you're in a pretty good place. And then, you know, you have this love energy here, right? But here comes this energy, this old energy from the past. sort of bringing in a message and offering you an opportunity to go on a trip with them or something. I think you're going to be very tempted by this person. I think you're going to be very tempted by this person because I feel like at one point you were really trying to manifest this person in your life, but I feel like you've also gotten to a place where you've really built up a lot of stability and security for yourself, you know, with this anchor energy. You know, this disrupts your stability. This throws your house into disorder. This causes a lot of problems. I really suggest that you don't fuck up a good thing. That is my guidance for you, Scorpio. I suggest you transform this energy and ask yourself, is it really worth it? You know, and only you can answer that. You know, I'm not here to tell you what choice to make. You have to sink into your heart and feel out what's right for you. I do see that, you know, you going on this trip, you feel like it's wish fulfillment, you know, but I do want you to realize that there is a price to be paid for kind of moving in this way. And you may, you know, the saying just came into my mind, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. You might want to rethink this. So consider all the work you've done on yourself. Consider this place you've landed in your life, the security you've built for yourself, you know, your independence, your inner strength, your confidence. Is it really worth it to sacrifice all that? Is it worth it to throw this stability that you've really developed in your life into chaos, you know, because somebody decides to come around with, you know, some kind of flashy promise that, you know, things are going to be so magical and you're going to go off on this wild adventure together. And maybe it was your dream at one point. I don't know. Maybe it still is. But I think with this, it's like the piper will need to be paid. So you have a choice to make, Scorpio. And I think that's very fitting, you know, just with this eclipse being in your sign and you kind of kicking this off. Hello, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I really feel that this is a matter of you deciding, is it worth it? I don't do personal reads on these lives. You know, if you want to get a personal reading, I do offer those, and you can get them by sending me an email to broadcoven@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to set up a private session for you. But I just do collective reads when I do these lives. So yeah, Scorpio, I really feel like this is up to you if you go for it. It is wish fulfillment. This person coming forward and offering you this opportunity to travel with them is wish fulfillment for you. But you need to understand that it is going to throw you into a bit of chaos. It's going to disrupt the stability that you've built. It's going to cause disruption in a home. And the reality is, at the end of the day, this person is only really focused on what they want. They're not really invested in what is going to be best for you. So it's up to you to make that choice, you know, and who am I to say, maybe you feel it's worth it. But I do think that there is some dysfunctional patterns in play in this situation and with this person, and you potentially could really sabotage a lot of the beautiful progress you've made in your life. So you might want to think twice about that, Scorpio. All right. Sagittarius Collective. All right, let's see what's coming in for you with this eclipse energy. What is eclipse season going to bring in your life? What are the energies that you need to transform? What is it going to open up for you in doing the work? What opportunity is on the other side of transforming the shadow and stepping into that place of empowerment in your life to make conscious choices? Let's see, Sagittarius Collective, what's coming in for you with this eclipse season? What is on the other side of the work? What is the hidden treasure if you do the work that you will receive this eclipse season? You had your first card come out face down and it's in a crossing position. So we know that this is like the crux of the matter, okay? So there's something it's acting as either for or against you, depending on the nature of the card. Not sure what it is yet because it's face down. So let's figure it out. But I do want to see if we can get another card popping out here. What is this influence crossing in Sagittarius Collective's life? What is this crossing influence that needs to be transformed, and what does it bring in? Woo, we had cards fly. Oh, okay. We had a card land on the ground. Now, I read cards when they land on the floor. I feel like when a card lands on the floor, to me, it's something that is very pivotal in the situation, but it's not being looked at. It's not being addressed. And what we have here is the rats, okay? So there's somebody in this situation that you really need to be on the lookout for, because they're trying to take advantage of you, all right? We do see that the crossing influence is this illness here, okay? When we're looking at illness, this is interesting. I'm getting a couple different messages, so I'm going to go with a couple different messages here, okay? And you can just feel out which one fits for you, because when we do collective readings like this, like there's so many people in the collective, right? So it's not like a one size fits all, and I'll get like several messages coming in. So I do have a couple messages here. First, I want to speak to this. The first is, beware of somebody, in your family, maybe who has been sick, maybe they're in convalescence, and they've been having some challenges with their health. I do see that maybe there is some kind of will involved, and there's some kind of like manipulation going on here. Somebody is trying to take advantage of the situation and run off with money that's not theirs. We've got a really icky, self-serving energy here. It's very much like this rip-off energy. If you do have somebody who's in convalescence, and maybe they're like signing over, I just got like conservatorship or signing over somebody to handle their financial affairs or something. Be very careful. Be an advocate for this person, because the person that they're putting trust in may not be somebody that deserves to be in that position of responsibility. I see that this could really go south, and this is somebody very much only invested in, getting their hands on some money. This is a message that's coming through very strongly. All right, there's some scheming going on here. Be an advocate. Be an advocate if you have a loved one who is dealing with health challenges or is in this position. Be careful. Be careful to really be an advocate for them and help them review any kind of financial agreements they enter into so they don't get taken advantage of. That's one message. Another message I have is that there's somebody who comes into your life repeatedly and they're a fucking user. Hello, Kelly. They're a user, they take advantage of you every time. And every time you feel emotionally ripped off and you don't understand why you keep going back to this situation, you sort of feel like you're tied to this situation, like you're bound to this situation. I really feel like you need to cut the cord with this person, okay? Because they're not really interested in, forming any kind of real partnership with you. They just want to get what they can out of you. It's interesting because, again, we have this anchor energy coming in. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio, Sagittarius, or, I do feel like you have a real sense of affinity with this person. I feel like there's a sense of connection there, and I do feel like you really want there to be a continuation in this connection. But, with that Ouroboros energy, it's like, I think of eights. And eights are really associated with abundance, They also have to do with our ability to manifest abundance. So I have to wonder, does this person use you for financial stability? Does this person use you for your money? Are they always asking for a handout? And then do you see your finances dwindling when this person comes around? Because the snake's eating himself soon. That like there won't be that 8 anymore. There won't be that ability to manifest. And it also kind of like takes you out of your power. And I say that because the illness is what crosses, okay? So this might be like kind of a codependent connection. It might be kind of like an addictive kind of connection or a trauma bond. But I see like it really disrupts your security, you know? It really disrupts your security and your stability, So I think you need to be careful about letting this person back in. Mm. Mm. I first turned it over and it was upside down, okay? But the whole deck was upside down, so I turned it, right side up. But considering it was the first card that I looked at, and it was upside down, and the one that came after it, I think that this is somebody that you have been involved with in the past. Here's that cat energy again. This is what a lot of people are dealing with. I think this is a multiple player situation. I think that there's been some secretiveness involved. This might be, kind of this could be a polyamory situation. Where you have multiple partners. This could be some side pieces. This could be just people you have fun with, but there is something hidden here, okay? And I did see that there was like this breakup energy, but when I first looked at it, it was reversed because the whole deck was upside down. So I think this is somebody that you were involved with before, and there was kind of some drama around the connection because there were like too many people involved in the situation. And I feel like they're coming back around. And I think that your heart, is really connected to this person, but we see that 12 energy there. That's 3. So that gives me that third party dynamic energy just in nature with the other cards here. And in the end, it always leaves you feeling attacked. You always get blindsided. You don't expect to get, roped into this kind of drama-rama, but that's where it always goes. And it throws you into this place of chaos. It disrupts your life. I think this is the energy that you really need to transform. Yeah, man. I think this person is after your fucking money because the top of the deck energy, if you transform this energy, you move into this position of abundance. Again, we have bull energy here. So this could be somebody like born in the year of the ox. Okay. It could be Taurus energy is also associated with the bull. Okay. So just be mindful. Is this person coming around for the right reasons? And how does it affect your finances when they come around? I don't know. I would steer clear of this situation. We got the broken mirror, number 13. This might be somebody who like threatens to do workings, they're going to put you in a jar or some shit. Yeah, be careful. They've come around. They're coming around to kiss up, They're coming around to kiss up. Look, they want a handout. They want a handout, They know what you got and they want a fucking handout, man. Be careful of the agreements you make. Be careful of the agreements you make. What kind of the deck of the energy here? Let's see. You need to align yourself with loyal people, man. You need to align yourself with people that you can really trust, people you can really count on. You need to stop dealing with, these people who kind of move sideways, come at you sideways. Yeah. You deserve love, You deserve people who will be loyal to you. You deserve people who want to come into your life and want to be in your life because, they really want to be there with you. Just as you are, not what they can get out of you. All right. So I see that if you really like cut off this energy, it leads to a new direction for you. Yeah, again, I really feel like just looking at these cards here, got, a lot of secretiveness involved in this situation. There's too much that's always hidden in this situation. This could be like somebody that's, kind of been on the side, but, your motivation, it feels like is love, but this person's motivation is what they can gain. I'm really getting that pretty strongly here. So just be mindful, okay? Be mindful of what you let in. I do feel there's like some codependency that needs to be transformed in this matter. And it might be in your best interest to, give that a rethink if you really want to let this person come in and continue to just drain your finances, you know, just come in, use you, get what they can out of you, and then stomp all over your heart and leave you wondering what the fuck happened. All right. You know, choice is yours. But do understand that this person blocks your finances. They block your ability to manifest materially. And a lot of people don't understand this, okay? That if you're aligned with the wrong person, if you're aligned with somebody that is actually not, not on your team, okay? Somebody who's like working against you, somebody who like puts you into that place where you feel insecure, where you don't feel confident, where you don't feel in your power, that it really can block your ability to manifest on a material level. It can really make your finances go south on the real level. So really think about that. And again, just want to bring in that note one more time, that you want to be very aware, if you do have an ill loved one, somebody who needs to sign over, somebody to be a conservator, somebody who needs to sign over, somebody to be in charge of their finances, like really grill this person because you don't want them to be taken advantage of, okay? I just got also, this could be somebody like trying to contest a will or try to get more than their share, just be aware. Just be aware. Something shady is going on in the finances. Somebody's coming in, under the guise of it being about, they want to help or they really care, but, they're kind of out for what they can get materially. So I would say definitely look into that, Sagittarius collective, okay? And no, you have loyal people around you. There's loyal people around you that you can trust. We see that with the dog energy, okay? And we do see that there is love on offer for you, real love. But you need to think about, is it worth it to complicate the good that's like in your life or wants to come in your life by kind of letting this person come in who always kind of gives you a sob story and pulls on your heartstrings, and then the next thing you know, your pockets are fucking empty and they've taken off. All right. So just be mindful of how you move, Sagittarius collective. Don't get taken for a ride. All right. All right. Capricorn collective. And for those of you who want personal readings, I don't do personals on these lives. You are welcome to shoot me an email at broadcoven@gmail.com to set up a personal reading. I do personal readings. I charge $50 for an hour. I can do those over Google Meet, video chat. I can also do them over phone for people who don't want video, or I can pre-record you a reading after I've gathered your questions, and I can send you a private link for viewing. So that's the only way I do personals. And I don't do personals on lives because it would just be way too much time of me being live. I've already been live for over 3 hours now. So I'm just doing general collective reads right now for each of the individual signs, and we're heading in the home stretch here. So Capricorn collective, what is coming in for you in this eclipse cycle? What do you need to address, and what is on the other side of the healing work you need to do, transformational work you need to do? What is the reward of the transformational work you need to do? What is on the other side for you, Capricorn collective? Well, we see, wow. Woo! All right, this is really good. Okay, we got something coming in like a lightning bolt. It brings wish fulfillment for you, Capricorn, and it comes in the form of a message, okay? So this is going to be shocking. I don't think you're expecting this. I don't think you're expecting this at all. this is going to be a very surprising message that comes in. It really takes you by surprise with this lightning energy. It's shocking. And it comes in very fast. It may come in the month of July with this 25 energy. That's like, Leo season. I'm really picking up a lot is going to move and happen real fast in general for the collective and Leo season. But I am really picking that up there. It might happen in July, but I see that you're going to get a message. Somebody's going to reach out to you. And I think that this has something to do with wish fulfillment for you. All right. And it sets you off on a new adventure. This might involve you doing some travel. I just got that this could be in connection with money. This could have something to do with like a golden opportunity that could bring a lot of finances your way. Maybe you put in a resume somewhere. Maybe you threw your hat in the ring for an opportunity, and you kind of gave up on it because you never got any word back. And then just like out of the blue, you get this opportunity and it breaks you out of this kind of place that you've been, which I really feel like you've been in sort of like a depressive place with this illness, but the illness is in reverse. So I feel like this is like the turnaround you need. It like helps move you out of this depressive energy where you felt really trapped and just kind of down in the dumps, man. And I feel like it sets you off on a new adventure. It does involve something of like going out into the world, traveling, exploring, maybe being in a new area. But I do see this opportunity coming in, and it comes in like a lightning bolt and it takes you by surprise. This may have something to do with somebody that you used to be romantically involved with. Maybe you had a breakup. And I think you're going to hear from them, and it's a key. It's like a key that opens a new door. It sort of like shines a light on a new direction for you to go that you didn't think would be a possibility for you. And that's why it really excites you. It excites you and it sort of turns this energy around for you. Yeah, I feel like this is like new life after a breakup. I feel this is a reconciliation energy because we have this lilies card. It shows the death, but then we see there's this unicorn in the background. It's like, but wait, there's more. So I feel like you're going to have a reunion with somebody that you never felt you were going to hear from again. You felt like, that's done for, like nothing's going to happen there. And in comes this message fast, probably in July, hits you like a lightning bolt. And it gives you the key you need to open a new doorway of opportunity. And you're going to go through that door. It's wish fulfillment. I do see there's like some kind of geographical piece involved. Could be travel, could be relocation. Okay. And there might be some financial aspect involved in that too. Maybe in a different place, your money really gets on and popping. Maybe you've kind of like hit a ceiling, in terms of your earning potential with where you've currently been. And that whatever this opens up for you, it also gives you an opportunity to like get in a more financially affluent place in your life. I really see that coming in for you. It's definitely wish fulfillment, and it turns around this depressed energy. It gets you out of the bed. It gets you away from just like sitting around at home feeling sorry for yourself and moves you into this energy that really like drops you into your heart, makes you feel passionate again. It like lights your inner fire. See what the top of the deck energy is here. Yeah, I mean, I do see you doing some travel. I do see that there's some shady energy in connection with this. We do have those cats again, So I think that you're going to be kind of like, I've had Templeton, from Charlotte's Web coming up a lot lately, and that song "Life is a Smorgasbord." So you should look it up if you've never heard that song. But I feel like this is you. Like maybe you're going to just go ahead and go for it, because you want to have that experience. But it feels like there's some secret element involved, and there is a little bit like it's a little shady, with this rat's energy here. I would also be careful with this rat's energy. It's not a good energy. It's like somebody ripping you off. I would question the motives of why somebody wants to reconnect with you all of a sudden. I feel like whatever happened in this situation, it ended really badly. And now this person all of a sudden wants to come around. They want to come around and they want to go on a trip with you and they want to reconnect with you. I think that, again, it feels like it's very similar to that Taurus energy, where it's like, it feels like it's wish fulfillment, but is it really, Yeah, it does kind of throw everything into a bit of chaos here, with this blender energy. But to you, it may speak happiness, it may be the manifestation of your happiness. We do see there's like a course redirect here. We have the compass there. We do see this like sun energy, it's happiness. A Leo might be involved in this situation. I think there's somebody in your life that's really going to feel like this is an attack, though. They're really going to feel betrayed by this. So I don't know. This is a bit of devil energy. We've got a bit of toxic energy here going on, Capricorn. So you might want to be careful about taking this opportunity. I mean, I do see for you that you think it's going to be the end all be all. Like you think this is what you've been waiting for. This is what you want with that infinity. It brings you a little happiness. You feel like it breaks up the monotony. You're tired of doing the same old thing. But we definitely see that this matter involves secrecy. It's something you have to keep secret. And I don't know. I don't think that you're going to be able to keep it secret, though. I think that it'll get exposed. And there's somebody here in this picture, this queen. This queen is actually very intuitive with this hawk energy, tapped into guidance. They're really going to view this as an attack, It's really going to take them by surprise. I think you're going to have some problems, and I think it's going to cause some arguments. So, you decide if that's worth it. You decide if that's worth it, if you really want to disrupt that energy. I don't know. You might go for it. This is that Pan energy. Pan does what Pan wants to do. That's Saturn energy. You might be involved with a Sagittarius, okay? You might decide to just take your shot, Take your shot and hang the consequences, come what may, Just do be mindful that you may have a high price to pay for taking this leap, It looks like there's a queen that, there's going to be a lot of disruption with. And I don't know. It could get a little gnarly, man. We do see it could get a little bit gnarly. It's going to stir some things up. And I don't know. Somebody gets ripped off here. I don't know if you're ghosting somebody. Somebody, somebody who counts on you, somebody who trusts you. I don't know if you're ghosting them to go and run off with somebody who comes and approaches you from your past. Throws your house into chaos, really disrupts your stability. Yeah, and right behind that is the temptation, okay? So, again, I just deliver the message. You choose how you wish to move. It's all up to you, right? But just know, there's a price to pay if you go there. And I think you might end up a little bit played with that rat's energy. You might get taken for quite a ride, and not the one you were expecting. So just be mindful with how you move, Capricorn. Okay. Let's see. 2 more signs, okay? Aquarius Collective. What is coming in for the Aquarius Collective? with this eclipse season. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me this evening for this full moon lunar eclipse. I'm not doing personals. I don't answer personal questions on these lives. If I did that, I would be here like forever. I don't have a list. I don't do personal questions. I just do collective reads, okay? And I'm doing right now, I'm done a read for each individual astrological sign, okay, for the collective. So if you want a personal reading, I do offer those, but to get a personal reading, you need to contact me through my email, broadcoven@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to set up a personal appointment for you, okay? But I don't do personal questions on these. But I do appreciate you showing up and joining me this evening. And, you know, you can get a lot out of the collective messages. You'd be surprised. You know, there's a lot of information that comes through. Okay. Aquarius. What is coming in for the Aquarius collective with eclipse season? What energy is on offer for Aquarius this eclipse season? What do they need to transform? And what is on the other side of that transformation? What is the work that the Aquarius collective has to do this season? It's interesting. It's like that card wanted to flip over and it didn't. I just got this message that a lot of Aquariuses are feeling kind of like a little tentative, like you're sort of like a horse at the starting gate, like, should I act now? Well, no, wait, let me rethink it. I don't know, not quite yet. You know, I feel like there's this sort of hesitancy. I did a general reading for Libra. You'll have to look back. You'll have to review. You'll have to rewind. We're on Aquarius now. We're getting finished up. We got Aquarius and Pisces to do. What is coming in for Aquarius for this eclipse season? Ooh, okay. We got a lot of people stepping into this manifestation energy. You also got the infinity, okay? That's a really good sign. That means you're entering the flow. We also got the lightning, okay? Lightning, affinity, okay? Something's going to manifest in your life real fast. It's going to take you by storm, Aquarius. What is it? A brand new adventure, okay? So a lot of people are getting this like kind of new places, new faces, new things, okay? I see you going on the trip of a lifetime. That's what just came through. I feel like you're going to get an opportunity to go on a trip that aligns you with your destiny. And I feel like it's going to open up a whole new chapter in your life. And maybe you go on this trip and you think, you know, you don't think it's going to be anything that dramatic, but it actually changes your entire life, you know, and it brings you into a whole new circle of friends, a whole new reality, new opportunities. And these are people that you're going to have in your life for a long time. With that spaceship card, it's not like these aren't people that just sort of like, you know, breeze in and out of your life. No, this is like you're aligning with your people. And when I say you're aligning with that people, I mean on every level. Like you're aligning with that like soul family. That's what it's about. It's about reuniting with soulmates, you know? And soulmates can be viewed a lot of different ways, okay? People always just think of the romantic aspect. And if you're looking for love, absolutely, you know, I see that love coming in and it'll be out of this world, right? It's going to like take you by storm. You may have to move for love, you know. It may require you to go out of your current locale, you know. You might go on a very special trip with somebody that you're romantically interested in, and then it takes your relationship to a whole other level. But I also see this like relocation piece that comes in. I see that this is like you're going to head in a new direction. And you, even if you don't think so right now, if this comes in very surprising, you know, it's not what you're anticipating. It kind of shocks you. Like, I never thought I'd be doing this, not in a million years, but I can't turn it down. I can't turn it down because this aligns me with my destiny. You know, this is what brings in my blessing, but it's all brand new energy. Everything you got going on right now, it's going to look very different when this hits. You know, again, that lightning, it hits with that, you know, 25, that's 7. So I feel like this is, again, July. I'm really picking this up, collective, no matter what sign you are. Really look, you know, as July being the month that Spirit's kind of earmarked is when everything really gets moving, when these opportunities really start to come in. Yeah, it may feel like it's a whirlwind, like, oh my God, I'm going for such a ride. I feel like New Orleans might be part of this for some of you. I feel like, I don't know why I just got that. Maybe it's like this kind of like this hurricane energy. But I also just heard I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. You know, that like Dorothy kind of like got caught up, you know, in that tornado, and it carried her off to Oz, right? She went on this big adventure and she met all these new people, you know. And what did it help her discover? It helped her discover her power, right? Eights are about coming into your power. She realized I had the power all along. I think once you take this leap, like it might kind of scare you to like jump into the fray of this because you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I'm doing this. Maybe you feel like it's a little out of character for you to really like take a leap this radical when this comes in. But it's like when that inspiration hits, when you get the memo, when spirit reaches down and like taps you on the shoulder and goes, it's time to go, you're gonna fucking go. And it may feel a little disruptive at first, okay? And there may be some people who are upset with you, like they're like, I can't believe you're doing this, you know, because they're invested in you, you know, doing what satisfies them. But I really feel like you're going to choose what is electrifying your soul, and you're going to take this leap. I do feel it involves a trip, though. It involves going to another locale, and it opens up this whole unfamiliar world to you. You're having all these new experiences, you're meeting all these new people, and you never saw yourself doing this, but it absolutely brings you success. It brings you financial abundance. It brings you happiness and fulfillment. We see that happiness message doubled. This is so weird that this card came out reverse again. You turn around this, like, again, the illness in reverse, you know? So where you might have felt depressed, you know, where you might, I just got some of you, it's kind of a heavy message, but I got some of you at times that maybe felt like, you know, you didn't even want to be in this life anymore. You've been through it so rough, you know? But I feel like this is going to be like a new lease on life for you. It's going to turn everything around, and it's the key that opens the door to your queen on the other side. And we got, again, this Sagittarius energy coming through here. Okay. Kin, this is your person. I feel like this is aligning you with a very special person. Okay. I've got that 2 union energy, and this person is connected to your purpose. Okay. So even if it's not romantic, okay, this is a person that's going to help align you with your purpose. And it all happens by you moving into that kind of Sagittarian energy, which means you really got to move into this expansiveness. Jupiter is associated with the sign of Sagittarius. So that's good luck. It's blessing. It's moving into expansion in your life. It's about, you know, taking in more life experience, you know, not staying in your little pool, but moving to a bigger pond, you know, where you can have a more fulfilling life experience. And it may involve you having to end a relationship with somebody in order for you to do this. In order for you to take this leap, you might have to leave someone behind, but I see it leads to love. I see it leads to love. Top of the deck energy. Yeah, there's a message that's going to come through in regard to this. Again, look, it comes through in that 7 energy, 16-7. That means July. Yep, I think there's going to be some people who are not going to be happy about this, okay? I'm getting specifically, there's going to be women around you who are going to be really bitter about this. They're not going to be supported. Might be some sisters who aren't in agreement. Could be some friends that aren't in agreement. You know, they might try to cause some drama. They might try to start some arguments and stuff. But I don't think you need to worry. You got really loyal people on your side who got your back. They're going to look out for you and make sure that everything works out okay. Right? You're going on this adventure for real with this rider card, okay? You're not afraid anymore. There was a time you used to let fear hold you back. You did the right thing, you stayed course, you wanted to do what was best, for everybody else. But you found the way it really held you back and made you feel like you weren't even, a player in your own life. And I think you're finally going to take the risk to just follow where your heart's leading you, and it leads to a new home. I see you picking up and moving. I do. I see you moving to a new location. I think that's very much on deck for you guys. Yeah, there may be some jealous energy being thrown your way. We got this, fox with this broken mirror energy, okay? So I think there's going to be some people that are envious, and they may be trying to throw some of this energy your way, but let the haters hate, man, because, no matter what they throw your way, you got that vigor, you got the strength to endure. You're going to, take that leap you need to take to breathe fresh life into your lungs again. You're going to trust, your intellect. You're smart, you're a smart cookie. You know what works for you and what doesn't. And you know how these people work too. You know how these people work. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You're not going to get fooled again, okay? You're not going to get pulled into their drama. You're not going to get pulled into this shit. You're going to take the leap. You're going to trust your heart and you're going to do the work. Is it going to be easy for you to hit the road and do this? No, it's not. But on the other side of it, it brings you everything that you have been looking for. It's your wish fulfillment. And again, there's that geographical piece, okay? Geographical piece. Pay attention. You got helpful people that want to help you with this. They want you to receive this gift. I feel like you kind of got like this team energy around you, Aquarius. There's people who are very loyal to you. They know your heart. They know what you've been through. They know what you deserve. And they're going to help you get where you need to go. I see really good things on offer for you, Aquarius. So it's all looking really good. But there is this geographical piece, There are a few signs, in the zodiac where it really is about you need to get out of your usual environment. There's something for you on another environment. Yeah, don't advertise your shit on my live, okay? Thanks. All right, just cleaning house there a little bit. Moving into the final sign, Pisces Collective. What is coming in for the Pisces Collective in eclipse season? What is the transformational work that the Pisces Collective needs to do? And what is on the other side of that experience? What is coming in for the Pisces Collective? Pisces Collective. What is coming in for the Pisces Collective? Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Finally. Let's see. Pisces Collective. All right, we'll take this one, then build from it. Pisces, you're also moving out of this place, we see illness in reverse. I just got that Pisces, you've been kind of doing some caretaking, I feel like there's a lot of people that have been in your life who have really leaned on you heavily. And you've really sort of started to create some boundary lines around this. I feel like in the past, you probably took on a lot of other people's stuff just because you felt compassion for their situation, but you've really come to this place where you realize the way that you sacrifice yourself, when you do this. You've really realized the way that you hold yourself back, you hold yourself back when you are invested in somebody else's healing process. And yes, it's a beautiful thing to hold space for people, give them a safe space where they can feel secure and like sharing what they're going through. But I feel like this has really drained you. This has really depleted you. And I see that part of you stepping into your power has involved you really letting people do their own healing work, letting people figure out their own issues, letting people clean up their own paths. You don't need to take this on for them anymore, you know? And I think there is somebody in particular that you've been really concerned about. I think maybe they've been going through a lot of challenges. I think they've been dealing with some heavy depression. And this is something that's kind of weighed heavily on your mind. But you've also understood the need to just kind of give them their space to process what they're going through. I think that you can rest assured this person's going to have a turnaround. They're going to pull out of this energy. This is interesting. Okay. You got an interesting story brewing here, Pisces Collective. I don't know. This is really interesting. So in this eclipse cycle, we got a lot of people who are going to have people coming back from the past who want to have another go around. Okay. I see somebody is going to come in your direction from the past. I think they are going to be kind of kissing up to you. This person always lacks stability. That's what I'm getting here. This person always lacks stability. And it's never their fault. It's never their fault. It's always somebody did something to them that put them in a bind and now they're screwed, and somehow they think it's your problem. They kind of feel like, look at this octopus has, this person in chopsticks here, and I just heard I don't have enough spoons, so I gotta use chopsticks with this motherfucker, But it's they don't need just a helping hand. They need 8 of them, okay? And every time this person comes around, they throw your life into total upheaval. And you don't want to deal with this energy, man. I think they want you to kind of be responsible for helping them turn things around, but they're here to get a handout. All right? They're here to get a handout with this zombie energy and the kiss up, They want to get something out of you. And I don't know, I feel like this could be connected with a romantic partner. Maybe this is a friend of theirs. Maybe it's somebody, a family member of theirs, and maybe they really want to help them out. And maybe you're having a disagreement with your romantic partner about this. You guys might be having some fights about this. No, I don't want to take this person in. No, I don't want to help them out. Every time they come around, they throw things into disruption for us, This causes us problems in our relationship. I do feel like this is going to kind of take you by surprise. It's going to cause some heated emotions and maybe some arguments. I don't know. I feel like you may, if this person, wants to help out this individual and take that on, you might be like, I'm going to go my own way. You go ahead and take them on. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm not aligning with this anymore. I feel like you're moving out of this place where you feel like you have to be so responsible for everybody else. And you really want to kind of, strike out and do your own thing. You're tired of rescuing other people. Yeah, you're really moving into that Empress, Queen energy, You want to go where your spirit feels fulfilled, and you're tired of helping other people out with their lives and solving their shit. I think if your partner or, your family member is trying to encourage you to take on, this individual and help them out, trying to make it your responsibility, I think you're going to say, nope, I'm being loyal to myself. I'm stepping into my power. I want to be around people who have their shit together. I want to be around people who I can trust and I have a good time with, that aren't trying to get something out of me all the time. And I do see you going on a trip. I see you going traveling on vacation. I mean, I really think you might just be like, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this. You want to take that on? You take that on. yeah, we've seen you moving into this independent energy with this cat lady energy, but it's aligned with your heart. You feel good doing your own thing. You don't have a problem being independent. So it's very interesting message here. I see like Pisces Collective, you're really cutting off this need to have to take care of everybody else and solve all their problems for them. And instead, you're moving into this place of independence and you're actually putting yourself first. You're not allowing other people to make you feel obligated or responsible for, helping them solve their crises. You're done having your life thrown into chaos because somebody else can't get their shit together. Okay. So I really feel like you're aligning with your heart and what makes you happy here. And this is a very positive change. And the good thing that's on the other side of that is that it really frees you up to do what you want to do and go exploring. And I do see travel as a piece that's really coming in for you. Kind of the deck energy. Yeah. Let them clean up their own bad luck. You don't need their sob story. You don't need to take it on. This is for them to handle. This is for them to clean up. You don't need to be responsible for that. It's devil energy. You don't want to make a deal with the devil, right? Just let it go. Let go of this need to help other people clean up their toxic shit, and you go off, you hit the road, you have some fun, enjoy yourself, and congratulations on ending that cycle of feeling like you always have to be the rescuer, but I do think there's some kind of like family drama, it could be with family or it could be with with a partner, somebody you share a home with, where they want to help somebody else and they think because you're family or because you all are living together that you just need to be on board with that. But I think you're really going to stick to your guns saying, no, I'm not going to take that on. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I've helped out enough people for long enough, and it's time for me to follow my heart and do what feels right for me. So 3 hours 49 minutes 6 seconds later, I'm finally wrapping this up. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight and took part in this live and was here for the reads and all the astro talk and also all the wild curveballs we got thrown with the interruption of the live feed. But we made it through, and that's kind of what this whole cycle is about. You may get hit with some curveballs, some things may happen in an unexpected way, but as long as you just, approach things from a place of calmness and, feeling your way through, holding out, waiting until things really feel like they're resonating, holding out for that fuck yes, not just that maybe or this'll do for the moment. I think you'll find that you're able to shift timelines and head off into a much brighter future. And for all of you who have asked me for, questions, individual questions, I don't do those on these lives. It's just too much energy. It would take too much time. I only do collective reads on these lives, but if you do want a personal reading, I'm happy to help you with that. You can reach out to me at broadcoven@gmail.com, and I'm happy to set you up with a personal read. Please participate in the energy exchange. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell. I am going to be bringing a lot of these reads and all kinds of stuff to Broadcoven. And I'd like you to stay up to date on what's coming in. It's a wonderful support for the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me, and I will be seeing you all soon in the near future for another late night talk and tarot. Blessings.